working for me. I can smile again, and I don't have to worry, cause it's working for me. Yeah, it's working for me. Yeah, it's working for me. Come on, sing that out later.
Is above the noise.
It's for me, yeah. It's working for me. It's working for me. And I can hold my head up. It's working for me. Get your confidence back. Think I don't have to worry. It's working for me. Hey, my faith is rising now. It's working for me. And although I can't see how, it's working for me. I know that He's intentional.
(23:06). Travis Green, all things are working for my good. It's intentional. There's a certain pattern. It's deliberate. There is a method to the madness. All things work together for good to them that love the Lord, who are the called according to His purpose. This is the book of Romans. Welcome to the Citi Breakfast Show, broadcasting live from 97.3. That's our dial. But the question is, how intentional are you about certain important things? Now you need to be intentional about excellence. Nobody stumbles into excellence. Nobody just waltzes into greatness. There has to be determination. There has to be diligence. You have to be deliberate. Promise yourself that you will do the best you can all the time. Be intentional in your pursuit of excellence, because your excellence is your quality. Your work is a portrait of your life. Don't do shoddy work. Whether you're an architect or a DJ, whether you're a doctor or a professor, excellence is the quality of your performance. The best quality possible is what you should strive for. Be intentional about excellence. Now, intentionality requires you to follow through. So you write the list of what you want to do and how you want to see the product, and you stand for excellence. That means you insist on it. Everybody around you needs to know that shoddy works won't fly. Whether it's even a short letter they write for you to sign, or a whole plan of action they've proposed, be known for excellence. Now that's the way to push this country forward. If all of us will strive for excellence in our little ways, we'll see excellence in our streets, we'll see excellence on our airwaves, we'll hear excellence on radio, we'll see excellence in our buildings, in our communities, on our roads, in our classrooms. Excellence is the quality of our performance. Collective excellence requires individual commitment to excellence. So sometimes return that letter and tell them, write it again. Return that badly sewn shirt and say, do it again. I'm not going to wear it. It may even be a wedding dress. Return it back to sender. Because once you compromise on that quality, it becomes normalized. So return shoddy work. Oh yeah. Don't ask for that nonsense that good souls are not returnable there. It's only in Ghana. No serious country does that. If what you sell is defective, we'll return it. If what you sow is we'll bring it back. We'll not wear it. Come on. So that mindset that is from the devil. That's what keeps us underdeveloped and poor. If you go and buy food and the food is not well cooked, spit it out. Don't eat it. Don't say no, the it will lead you to your grave. It's your last. It's better to go to bed hungry than to eat food poorly cooked. Now it's a mindset. You have to insist, and the people around you should know. So when you're preparing something, they shouldn't just do anything and send it to you. If you say yes to everything, you are not yet there. If you want to do a post up and say, hey, bro, this thing doesn't make sense, change it. It's not good. All things are working for my good. This is a Travis Green song that I used to enter this discussion, but it's very important that as a society we insist on excellence in everything we do. As we are children of an excellent God. All right, let's start with the newspaper review, and it's brought to us by Total Excellium. Experience the difference with Total Energy's Excellium new formula, which has a 3-in-1 action. It cleans your engine, it extends its life and lowers your fuel consumption. It has anti-corrosion, anti-wear and detergent additives that lowers your vehicle's fuel consumption and reduce CO2 emissions. We're also sponsored by Piva Beverages. If you're looking for a burst of flavor in every sip of a beverage, enjoy the classic cola flavor. Perfect anytime. If you want a fruity adventure, try our delightful orange fruit drink. We have many flavors for many seasons. Call 0550-032-231. Piva Beverages, a taste you love.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva Beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangerine. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go, the go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Let's go. My body, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh you go work, but you know it's out on your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, cause you know it's out on your side. And when you dream, no say I live for you. And when you hustle every day, many wanna go. Anything you do, I live for you. Many want. If I believe I live your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I live your side, fidelity.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
So it's 6:34, and we're then going to the newspaper review segment. I want to hear from you this morning. Have you been following the vetting? What do you make of it so far? I think there was a record set yesterday with the fastest vetting so far of Linda Oklu. And then we also had a breakdown of the Manibuama vetting, one of the longest, close to 5 hours of vetting. If you add the time they came and the time they left, they spent almost 12 hours there.
Crazy.
And he was asked over 170 questions by Apejo Marking.
Yeah.
That's more than Baumia's questions to Misata. Like, the whole thing is just records everywhere.
And there were others who were asked to sing.
Yeah, they said, what song do you like? He said, I like the Lumba. Yeah, they give the tune. All kinds. I mean, drama unfolding. And of course, side shows with all kinds of summons. So today is going to be a big day.
Very big day.
So let's hear from you. 054-998-6996. How close are you following the vetting? And what do you make of what you've seen so far? Caleb, good morning again.
Good morning, Bernard.
What are the big stories?
Before we get into the papers, Bernard, something is worrying me.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there is a green belt along the Legon bypass.
From where to where?
So if you pass the Legon Gimpa Road and then you're going towards Hacho,
okay,
then you find that along the way, people are gradually heaping refuse there.
Oh Lord.
It used to be very small, now it's very huge, and they are always burning it at dawn.
They are burning refuse.
I don't understand.
On the Legon Hacho bypass.
I don't understand.
Who must go and stop them?
This must be Ayawaso West Municipality or Minipisepa.
So they are converting a green belt into
a refuse dump site.
This cannot be right. All right, thanks for raising this. Let's start with the headlines.
Herald newspaper this morning: Akufo-Addo Godfrey Dame's political persecution of Opuni and Agongo ends. NIA boss accuses Anodon Prayer of telling a big lie in verbal spat. He threatened Hardcastle over minority remark. And Baka Vomawo vows to prove bribery allegations against MPs today. Mahama wants cheaper fuel prices for Ghanaians. NPA boss and minority rejects Kofi Bua as political payback move to appease ex-president and wife.
Let's get on to the Ghanaian Times.
Ghanaian Times: homeless take over Kwame Nkrumah interchange. Pose threat to the public. Comes with a photograph of some destitutes who have taken over the pavement at the Circle interchange. Appointments committee summons Oliver Baka Vomawo over bribery allegation. That's here as well. Ghana gets $150 million from World Bank to improve energy sector, and Dr. Opuni's story is here
the
as
Inquisitor.
well. changed atmosphere. Senna controls Blue Gates. Okay. Ambassador Senna Seao Boateng's photograph is here. State drops charges against Dr. Opuni Agongo. Dr. Omane Boama, don't apply to security service if you don't qualify.
That was a grueling vetting. It says, even though I am grilling you, don't deny me protocol.
Can you imagine?
The Ghanaian publisher
Omane Boama eats humble pie over GIS land grab claim. Opuni acquitted and discharged. My God has disgraced my enemies. Acting NPA boss pledges to lift petroleum sector. Sahel states to participate in 2025 APD, and Kofi Boa makes U-turn, shows respect.
Let's end with President the news center.
Yes, Kofi Boa reveals admiration for Akufo-Addo. Dr. Omane Boama advocates for enhanced military funding. 7 presidents, 3,000 delegates to attend 2025 African Prosperity Dialogues. New NPA boss commits to advancing petroleum downstream sector. Comes with a photograph of Mr. Godwin Tamaklo. And then partisanship, nepotism, self-interest threaten democracy in Africa. Dr. Baumia discloses in Nigeria.
Let's go online. CityNewsroom.com. MPs engaging Galamsey will face severe sanctions. Speaker Bagbin warning. Meanwhile, our win MP denies involvement in Galamsey activities. In other stories, MPP's Northern defeat disappointing and unfair to Baumia, according to Dominic Nitiwo. Meanwhile, EPA is ordering immediate halt to illegal mining activities. And the nominee for housing says, I'll collaborate with private sector to fund housing initiatives. Gilbert J was vetted yesterday. Adekoka says bribery allegations against appointments committees is frivolous. Meanwhile, Citi is reporting that Linda Oklu completes vetting in under 10 minutes. That was a record. I'm not sure anybody can defeat that record. A few other stories. Interior Ministry imposes curfew on Nkwanta, and Haruna Idrisu demands apology from MFA Hardcastle after clash with Frank Anodompre. Channel 1 News. Budumburam blast. Victims demand compensation to cater for health needs. Meanwhile, Nitiwo has been talking about the Boku conflict. Says it's regrettable but not a failure. In other stories, Bagbin to summon Petroleum Commission CEO over clash with Anodompre, and then Aveji replaces Ogbami Tete as SEC boss. And then military overuse in police tasks fuels rivalry. Omane Boama is saying this. And as you've all seen, AGD continues $217 million cocoa board case against Dr. Opuni and Seidu Agongo. If you go to my Joe online, Mahama Yariga is talking. A business person attempted to pay for ministerial nominees' approval. That's a
business person.
So he attempted to. I think the details are in the story. Other stories. Cholera that looms over Cape Coast amid cholera threat looms over Cape Coast amid water crisis. Central Regional Health Directorate is warning. Meanwhile, the story I read for you, don't deny me protocol because I'm grilling you. Apenyu Marking to Defense Minister designate. Hey, Lord have mercy. Meanwhile, a few more stories. EPA orders immediate cessation to mining water bodies. I read this already on Channel 1 News. Now, if you go to Class FM, Seidu Agongo triumphs over almost 8-year persecution. That's in quote. A state withdraws frivolous accusations against him. Black Stars technical team revamped. We're also told that Bank of Ghana to enforce recapitalization plans for banks with capital gaps. And then Omane Boama says something interesting. He says Mohammed's goodwill evident in retaining Jubilee House name, because according to him the name was Flagstaff House. And then if you move to other stories, GNA is saying we will cater for mental health needs of soldiers and veterans. Defense Minister designate says
that was a good one.
President makes appointments to Vice President's office, Segbefia as Chief of Staff. We'll give you the headlines. Joshua Alabi to chair GCB board. Star FM, other stories. I'm ever ready to submit myself to oral. Bernard Ahiafo is speaking. Dr. Franco McQueen explains cultural significance of customary clothing at vetting committee hearing.
That was an interesting one.
And then Parliament summons Bakavoma over bribery allegations against appointment committee. And then 5 injured in Tamale Central Market land dispute shooting. All of these stories and more. BBC is reporting of Trump's offer of millions of federal workers 8 months pay to resign. He's still causing chaos in the US. And at least 12 years dead in crash at India's Mumbai. Now, I don't want to give you a few stories from across the African continent.
Yes,
fighting continues in Goma. We are told embassies have been attacked. If you take, for example, the Nation newspaper from Kenya, they are saying embassies attacked as DRC erupts.
Wow.
All right. If you go to the East African newspaper, they are saying Congo regrets attacks against embassies. Tanzanians in Goma call for help. Meanwhile, M23 rebels take control of Goma Airport. A civil war. It's a 30-year war, my brother. 30 years of fighting.
Charlie.
Imagine if you were born in Congo 29 years ago.
You wouldn't know anything else but gunshots.
Everything is war. It's terrible. If you go to BBC, rebels edging closer to taking key DR Congo city. You know, it's just unbelievable how we've allowed this to happen. The US is calling for ceasefire. Nobody seems to be listening. All right, let's start with the vetting and all the big stories coming in from there.
Yes, Bernard, at the vetting, we saw that there were some accusations, for example, bribery accusations. Baka Vomao vows to prove bribery allegations against MPs today. So activist and lawyer Oliver Baka Vomao has expressed readiness to appear before Parliament's Appointments Committee today, January 29, to substantiate his allegations that the committee demanded money from ministerial nominees in exchange for approval. In a post on X, formerly Twitter, Mr. Baka Vomao stated, "I look forward to appearing before the committee today as he prepares to face the committee on Wednesday." Now, the chairman of the Appointments Committee and first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Bernard Ahiafo, strongly rejected the accusations, calling them unfounded and damaging to the reputation or integrity of the parliamentary vetting. In response, Mr. Ahiafo instructed the clerk of parliament, of the committee rather, to formally invite Baka Vomao to appear before the committee and provide evidence to support his allegations during a session today, Wednesday, January 29. Meanwhile, the former Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Adekoka, he has dismissed the bribery allegations made as baseless and frivolous. Are you saying so? In all the monies the ministerial appointees are being asked to pay to the Appointments Committee just to get approved are those not affected by oral? Strange republic. Okay, this is Baka Vomao speaking, but Adekoka clarified that the clerk of parliament had officially invited Baka Vomao to provide evidence of his claim. Quote, "They've invited the gentleman to come and deal with him. That's all. Deal with the person. Privileges committees are there, but the process must go on. Simplicity." No, so he was complaining about the delay that occasioned as a result of these allegations.
There's another side story emerging. The CEO of the Ghana Petroleum Commission we are told, will be invited by the speaker to comment on the altercation between her and the MP for Nsawam Madridge, who happens to be the minority chief whip. So that story is also trending. But there's another interesting one here where Mahama Yariga is saying that a business person attempted to pay for ministerial nominees' approval. So the story on my journal line says the majority in Parliament has revealed that a businessman recently attempted to mobilize funds to support a ministerial nominees approval process, even though there was no requirement for such payments. Speaking on PM Express on Tuesday, the Baku Central MP recounted the encounter, stating that the Appointments Committee does not demand money from nominees and urging anyone with evidence of bribery to come forward. Here's a quote. "I actually met somebody who operates in a sector, and the person said, 'Oh, our minister is being considered this week, so we want to go and help him.' And I said, 'Has the sector minister asked you to come and help him?' And he said, no, we just want to come together and help him." Mr. Ayariga narrated. He recounted how he immediately shut down the idea, warning the individual that such mobilization was unnecessary and would not be accepted. Now, his revelation will come in response to what we read about Baka Vomao, who claimed that ministerial nominees are being asked to pay bribes. Mr. Ayariga dismissed the claims and called on Baka Vomao to provide proof. Okay, so that's story one. Now, still in Parliament, Speaker Bagbin is warning MPs engage in Galamsey to stop or face severe sanctions. This is saying that Speaker Bagbin, in a formal statement, emphasized the gravity of the situation of Galamsey and urged on MPs to take personal responsibility and completely dissociate themselves from any involvement in Galamsey. Now, there have been reports that an MP in the Awawin district was involved in Galamsey. This MP is refuting these allegations. So still on the same website, the Awawin MP, Oscar Fosulabi, has refuted allegations leveled against him by the chiefs and elders of the area, who claim he is actively involved in illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey. In a response, Oscar Fosulabi denied any involvement in Galamsey, describing the accusations as baseless and politically motivated. Now, he was speaking to the media in reaction to claims that the MP was involved in Galamsey. All right, so I think that's where the speaker was coming from, based on some of these claims.
Meanwhile, we're staying with Omane Boamah here in Daily Graphic, page 30. Military deployment will be restricted. Defense Minister Designate Timothy Nyangbe writes that the Minister Designate for Defense, Dr. Edward Kofi Omane Boamah, has pledged to take steps to ensure that personnel of the Ghana Armed Forces are deployed sparingly for operations within the country going forward. In his view, a more restricted deployment of soldiers would create more room for the police to undertake their constitutional responsibilities without any form of interference from the military. Again, he said the soldiers would only be deployed for joint operations with the police upon security risk analysis, and even with that, there would have to be joint training for both sides to know their specific roles on the fields. On Galamsey, he said the deployment of soldiers for combat operations in the fight against illegal mining as an alternative way must be adopted to deal with the menace and not necessarily the use of the military. For instance, he said drones could be deployed to monitor operations at Galamsey sites for the necessary action, while military deployment could be the last resort, especially where there were security risks.
Now, let me give you two more stories from the vetting. The City News is reporting that Linda Oklu completes vetting in under 10 minutes. It says, in an unprecedented turn of events, Greater Accra Regional Minister Designate Linda Oklu set a record as the fastest nominee to complete vetting before the appointments committee. Her session lasted less than 10 minutes with no questions posed by committee members. Instead, Minority Leader Apenyo Makin simply remarked that the strong delegation accompanying her was proof of her competence. Committee Chairman Bernard Ahiafo acknowledged her guest and promptly discharged her. Now, in stark contrast, Defense Minister nominee Omane Boamah endured the longest vetting of the day. We actually think it's the longest vetting so far. We have 4 hours 26 minutes. I think the vetting of Cassiel and Aoyine were also very long. Now, his appearance before the committee stretched over 4 hours as he faced intense scrutiny from members. We have a breakdown of his vetting. 4 hours 26 minutes spent, 139 questions asked by minority, 21 by majority,
and 0 for the Greater Accra Regional Minister.
Yes, and now Apenyo Makin alone asked Omane Boamah 110 questions. Issues include Ghana Armed Forces, land looting, Galamsey fight, officers' welfare, terrorism, performance of MPP government and by-election. Now, let me give you a final story from yesterday. Haruna Idrisu demands apology from MFI Hardcastle after clash with Anodom Prep. So the MP for Tamale South and Minister for Education, Haruna Idrisu, has demanded a public apology and retraction from the acting CEO of the Petroleum Commission, MFI Hardcastle, over comments allegedly directed at Minority Chief Whip Frank Anodom Prep. The issue arose before the vetting of Dr. Omane Boamah, the Minister Designate for Defense, when the appointment committee briefly recessed. During this break, a verbal altercation reportedly took place between the Minority Chief Whip and Hardcastle. As Frank Anodom Prep was walking out of the room, Hardcastle allegedly made the remark including, "You are threatening me that you are taking me on because who are you? What do you mean by taking me on? You are a micro minority." Doesn't Apenyo Makin himself use that phrase? "I don't have time for you. You think you can bully me here?" In response, Anodom Prep stated that he would take her on, raising concerns about the nature of the exchange and the potential implications of the comments.
So, Bernard, here's a more elaborate quote that says, "Luckily, she was sitting next to me. You came to talk to Dr. Omane. She suggested you go back and vet the nominee. Your response was, 'We will not vet him today. You guys haven't seen anything yet.' She replied, 'You are a micro minority. What can you do?' Then you said, 'You call me micro minority. I will deal with you in public.' So, this is someone who was sitting close to giving us something.
Let's move away from Parliament and deal with other issues.
There is Galamsey is disrupting water supply in the eastern region again.
Oh Lord.
So the public relations officer for the Ghana Water Company Limited in the eastern region, Kojo Dase, has raised serious concerns about the impact of illegal mining on the region's water supply. Speaking on Morning Star with Nade Tete, Dase explained that the company's water treatment plants rely heavily on River Brim, which serves as critical source of raw water for the production of potable water. However, the PRO highlighted that the situation has become dire due to illegal mining activities along the
now,
river.
are you aware the EPA has issued a statement on Galamsey? They are ordering an immediate halt to illegal mining activities. And the story says EPA has issued a directive ordering all individuals and entities involved in illegal mining, both small and large scale, to halt their operations immediately. They expressed grave concern over the increasing destruction of water bodies due to illegal mining. The agency warned that these unlawful operations pose significant risks to the environment, public health, and Ghana's natural resources. This statement was released yesterday, January 28, and stressed that all mining activities must comply with Ghana's environmental regulations, which mandate obtaining proper permits and implementing sustainable practices to minimize environmental damage.
Yes, and they're asking the public to report illegal mining activities via EPA hotline 05066994466 or 05066947760 if you find any illegal mining activity.
All right, I want you to take me to Asedu, Agongo, and Opuni. Yes. I think the Daily Graphic, page 26, has it.
Yeah.
It's also in the Ghanaian Times.
It's everywhere. The Ghanaian Times, page 3, has the case ran story.
For 8 years.
My goodness. Dr. Opuni Seydou Agongo, acquitted, discharged by Accra High Court. Malik Suleimana is writing that the former Chief Executive Officer of Cocoa Board, Dr. Stephen Kwabena Opuni, and Seydou Agongo, Managing Director of Agriculture Ghana Limited, have been acquitted and discharged by the Accra High Court. This was after the Attorney General and Minister of Justice filed a notice of withdrawal of 27 charges of willfully causing financial loss of 271 million Ghana cedi to the state in a fertilizer deal. The decision of the court brings closure to the 7-year trial of Dr. Opuni and Mr. Agongo. As State Attorney Enam Lo Mensa represented the state, while Messrs. Samuel Kujo and Benson Nutukui were the counsel for Dr. Opuni and Mr. Agongo and Agriculture Ghana Limited.
All right, a few more stories. Interior Ministry imposes curfew on Nkwanta is on citynewsroom.com, and then the Ghanaian Times has a strong free story on homelessness. But the Interior Ministry of Ghana has announced the imposition of a curfew on Nkwanta Township in the Oti region effective Tuesday, January 28. The curfew will run from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. daily. So this is a dusk to dawn curfew. Was imposed on the advice of the Oti Regional Security Council to address emergency security concerns in the area. And the details of the story then give us what has been going on there since it started.
Bernard, homeless take over Kwame Nkrumah interchange, pose threats to the public. Raymond Apea Amponsa and Eugene Ampel are writing that the number of homeless people living under the Kwame Nkrumah interchange at Circle in Accra is soaring. Gradually, the pavement and median section under the Circle interchange, particularly between the Kaneshi station and Snit informal sector, is being turned into homes for the destitute, including men, women and children. Here are some details. Openly, some of them smoke, urinate on the concrete columns of the overpass, engage in all manner of activities which mar the beauty and serenity of the place. A pungent, repugnant and piercing stench greet passers-by, drivers and individuals who use the space under the overpass. I'm jumping to the AMA's remarks on that. The head of public affairs of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, Mr. Gilbert Ankara, said the AMA was aware of the problem and was working to address it. He said that the assembly in the past took them out of the place, but the squatters had returned.
I actually used that road yesterday, and look, it's a long stretch. I don't know what we can do, whether to find some temporary shelter, but it's not even safe to sleep there. Particularly having women and children who basically just put stones on the floor and sleep. Imagine if it rains. So it's something we need to deal with from a social service perspective.
But now, he says the AMA is waiting for a new chief executive to take office, after which we will implement new measures to tackle the problem.
Are you curious? Who did they speak to?
This is Mr. Gilbert Ankara, PRO AMA. So a new executive will come, the new measures will be rolled out.
That cannot be the best way to go about this. Now, Dominic Nitwell has also been speaking about the Boku situation, and he says it's regrettable that they could not solve the Boku crisis. Meanwhile, the Bunumburam blast that took place a few months ago, victims are demanding compensation to cater for health needs. Now, Channel 1 News is reporting that some victims of the 2024 Bunumburam blast have raised concern over neglect, claiming their health conditions are worsening due to lack of support. The incident occurred on October 14 when NAC Fairmont Construction Limited, the company working on the dualization of Budumburam to Winneba Highway, conducted a stone blasting exercise in the Budumburam section of the Kaswa Winneba Highway. This led to the death of 3 people with several others injured, and some of the victims have been telling Channel 1 News that they have been neglected and they need money. I have a story for you this morning which is quite strange. The graphic, page 26. Sales manager hot. Over 681,000 cedi for online betting.
681,000
cedis. Justice Agbenosi is reporting that the sales and marketing manager of DPS Industries Limited has been dragged to the Dansoman Circuit Court for allegedly investing the company. I like the word investing. Investing.
Recreational investment.
They should use wasting. The company's for 491,000 cedis in casino and online sports betting. This is like a pandemic. According to court documents, Deepak Sonar, sounds, I think it's Indian, who has been accused of dishonestly appropriating 681,000 from a company, used the 491,000 cedis for the investment while using the remaining 190,000 to settle personal debts. Sona has, however, pleaded not guilty to the charge of stealing when he appeared before the court presided over by Halima El Alawa Abdul Basit yesterday. Counsel for the accused prayed the court to grant his client bail. He was admitted to the bail in sum of 700,000 cedis with 3 shorts. Can you imagine? He blew 600,000
on bet,
and his bail is only 700,000.
Oh God.
Well, per the bail condition, all the sureties must be public servants residing within the jurisdiction. And then the case was presented that, let me just tell you, according to the facts of the case, in January last year, the company employed the accused person to work as a sales and marketing executive. Now, on January 10 this year, the prosecution said the company invited the accused to render accounts of some products that he supplies to some customers. In the course of the auditing, the company detected that the accused person had misappropriated funds to the tune of 681,000 cedis, which is proceeds generated from sales of the product meant for the company. And then, during investigations, the prosecution said the accused person admitted the offense in his caution statement and pleaded to be given some time to refund the amount, and that he used 190,000 to settle personal debts and 491,000
to do my bet.
He invested
our bet.
No, in our bet.
I said my bet and our bet.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
City Business News coming up shortly, brought to you by MTN. Get ready for a game changer. SMEs, we're introducing Yellow Biz, a new multi-service bundle with everything you need for smarter business solutions. It's an all-in-one package that consists of a 4G plus router with 10 gig of free data, Microsoft Office 365, WebWiz, Unicom service, and more. To stay ahead of the competition, call 100 or 0244 308 111 or email us at mtnbusiness.gh@mtn.com. And we're also sponsored by EcoBank. Don't be scammed. Fraudsters are on the rise with phone calls, text messages, and emails to get customers to divulge sensitive information. Never give your password or your PIN or card information to anybody. EcoBank mobile app can only be upgraded at the App Store. Bank details can only be upgraded at the branch. Do not share your password, PIN or OTP, card information or any other vital info remotely or face-to-face with anybody. When in doubt, call 0800 003 225. Nashi Kasisa is here with the business news. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. Hello and welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, Goil, and EcoBank. Nashi Kasisa. Coming up, crude oil liftings and taxes earned Ghana $517 million in revenue in second half of 2024. Also coming up, Acting Chief Executive Officer of Cocoa Board, Dr. Randy Abe, promises to facilitate prompt payments for cocoa purchases while ensuring transparency in industry transactions. And later, Diageo PLC sells majority stakes in Guinness Ghana to Castell Group for $81 million. Settle for the details of our stories now. Ghana earned $517 million in revenue from crude oil liftings and taxes during the second half of 2024. This is contained in the back of Ghana's latest Ghana Petroleum Fund's report for the period ending December 31, 2024. More in the following report by Citi Business News' Daniel Sakiti.
A review of the report reveals that $369 million was earned through crude oil liftings from Jubilee, 10 and Sankofa Jinyame oil fields, with liftings occurring at various intervals between July and October 2024. The upstream petroleum sector industry players contributed $144 million in corporate taxes, while Planet One Oil and Gas Limited paid approximately $74 in surface rental fees. In terms of allocations, the Ghana Petroleum Funds received a total of $454 million. Of this amount, the Ghana Heritage Fund was allocated $136.2 million, while the Ghana Stabilization Fund received $317.8 million. Petroleum sector revenue plays a vital role in Ghana's economy, acting as a significant source of government income. This revenue supports various critical public services and infrastructure development, especially in energy, transportation, and education. Additionally, the funds help stabilize the country's economy by providing cushion against fluctuating global oil prices, ensuring that the nation weather against economic shock.
That was Citi Business News' Daniel Sakiti with that report. Now, Diageo PLC has announced the sale of its 80.4% shareholding in Guinness Ghana Breweries PLC to Castell Group for $81 million. The move aims to support greater efficiency and profitability. Under the agreement, the UK headquartered group intends to retain ownership of the Guinness brand and focus on marketing and brand strategy while leveraging Castell's extensive distribution network across West Africa and Central Africa. In a press statement, the two companies say Guinness Ghana will remain listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange with no operational changes expected. Moving on, data from the Bank of Ghana reveals a significant increase in mobile money transactions, highlighting the growing adoption of digital financial services across the country. Between November and December 2024, the total value of transactions rose sharply from 316.4 billion cedis to 334.8 billion cedis, while the number of transactions increased from 709 to 745 million. Daniel Odumensa has more in the following Business Desk reports.
This marks a notable improvement compared to December 2023, when the transaction value was 199.3 billion cedis, with 657 million transactions recorded. Although January 2024 saw a decline in transactions to 618 million, the trend picked up again in March and April, with transaction numbers rising slightly to 631 million and 630 million, respectively. During this period, transaction values also climbed from 181.9 billion cedis in January to 203 billion cedis in April. By June, transaction values had reached 224 billion cedis and continued to rise, hitting 298.6 billion cedis by October. The number of transactions also grew steadily, increasing from 644 million in June to 728 million in October.
Daniel Odumensa with that report. Now, some economists are urging the government to prioritize addressing the high cost of doing business and food production in the country. They believe this could curb the rise in inflation, which is a key factor influencing the monetary policy rate. Their comments follow the Bank of Ghana's announcement of its monetary policy rate at 27% to counter elevated inflation risk and support the country's ongoing economic recovery efforts. Professor Patrick Isumin is an economist.
There are really underlying costs of production. I think you have to understand the cost of doing business in this economy is very high and rising. In the course of the year, we saw different things explaining that we saw a plethora of new taxes coming, utility costs going up, we've seen transport costs going up, we've seen fuel costs going up. So overall, I think for me, it appears that rising costs of doing business in the country appears to be where we have to focus attention on. And then, of course, the other part has to do with food production. Food inflation led the way. Food inflation has remained stubbornly high. Those are things that can't necessarily or immediately fight with changes in the monetary policy rate. We need to address the supply side bottleneck. We need to address the real production problem.
Professor Patrick Isumin is an economist. Moving on, the newly appointed Acting Chief Executive Officer of Cocoa Board, Dr. Randy Abbey, has pledged to prioritize the prompt payment for cocoa purchases while ensuring transparency in industry transactions. This assurance comes at a time when the cocoa sector faces challenges such as delayed payments and increase in production cost. There's more in the following report by Citi Business News' Emmanuel Opon.
Ghana, the world's largest cocoa producer, heavily depends on the crop for export earnings and as a vital pillar of its economy. Despite its significance, cocoa farmers continue to face persistent challenges, including low prices, limited access to essential inputs, and the growing impact of climate change on production. Speaking to the media after his maiden engagement with some cocoa farmers, Dr. Abiy stressed the critical importance of placing farmers at the core of the sector's activities. He noted that his leadership will focus on addressing long-standing concerns.
We'll be extremely transparent with them and we'll let them know what the situation is. But assurance that I gave them was that we'll prioritize payments for cocoa over other payments. So that is for us the priority, that if we have to make any payments when the funds are available, prioritizing payments for the purchases of cocoa, which then leads to the farmers making money, is our top priority. That first before anything else.
He also added that efforts are underway together with the national security to ramp up efforts to combat issues of cocoa smuggling.
We're collaborating with national security and we've had a series of meetings. The national security advisor and the coordinator are very, very interested. They've prioritized this issue. They've put together a team that is working with us. We're crafting a strategy and we're really going to tackle it head on. It's a top priority for national security. It's a top priority for us. We're working together and we believe that we'll be able to deal with it.
Acting Chief Executive Officer of Cocoa Board, Dr. Randy Abiy, ending that report by Citi Business News' Emmanuel Opong. Now, President John Dramani Mahama has relieved Reverend Daniel Ugbami-Tete of his position as Director General of the Ghana Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, in a directive outlined in an official letter signed by the Executive Secretary to the President, Dr. Callistus Mahama. Reverend Ugbami-Tete has been instructed to hand over to Dr. James Kluchi Aveji, who now assumes the role of Acting Director General. Although the letter did not disclose the reasons for the decision, the leadership transition comes at a critical time when the SEC plays a pivotal role in safeguarding the stability and growth of Ghana's capital market. Industry stakeholders will be watching closely as Dr. Aveji steers the Commission through this period. Let's now have a quick market check on the currency board across some forex bureaus. The dollar is selling at 16 cedis 20 pesos. The British pound is going for 19 cedis 40 pesos and the euro at 16 cedis 70 pesos. Remember that these are the rates being offered by the forex bureaus to the public. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News, proudly sponsored by MTN, Goil and EcoBank. I'm Nashika Caesar. Many thanks for your company. Do have a great business day.
Every day, people have money emergencies. Ma, I need my school fees. Mommy chop money. Cratchy, mommy rent. Emergency. Now, there's a new emergency number in town.
More money, challenge and enjoyment. At the top life we got.
Dial star 770 hash for money emergencies and chop life.
For emergency access to your bank accounts, transfers, utility payments, loans, and more. Dial star 770 hash. Bank on the go even without data with EcoBank's short code for digital banking. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Sharp! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Charlie. I still they breathe, Charlie. They envy me, Charlie. They won't take me 6 feet, Charlie. Jehovah sees, Charlie. Jehovah oversees, Charlie. So when I go down on my knees, I pray for the things I like. I pray for the things I don't like. I pray for all the family vibes. I pray for all the ones with they like me. And I pray for my boys and my guys. I pray for the girls with the nice. I pray
12 minutes after 7. Kickoff coming up shortly. Proudly brought to you by Zonda Ghana Limited and Shell V Power. Zonda Ghana Limited is your one-stop shop for quality trucks, Chantry bulldozers, excavators, graders, payloaders, rollers, power pickups, TX tracks, oil tanks, all made and assembled right here in Ghana. Top-notch after-sales service for heavy and light-duty trucks as well as machinery needs await you when you visit any of our 7 branches around the country. We are headquartered off the Tema Plough Road close to the Free Zones Enclave in Tema. 050-177-222 is the number. 050-133-177-333. So another numbers on the Ghana is built in Ghana and building Ghana. Now when it comes to unleashing your car's full potential, Shell V Power is the only fuel that can deliver unbeatable service. With its advanced cleaning power, V Power protects your engine from performance robbing deposits, ensuring optimal performance. So why settle for anything less? Fuel up with Shell V Power and make your engine unbeatable. Shell go well.
I pray for all the ones with they like me. I pray for my boys and my guys. I pray for the girls with it.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
And Gabby Affair joins us in the studio. Why, this is your favorite song, eh?
Yeah. When you hear this thing, you know, bringing you the very latest in the world of sports. Caleb Kuda, how you doing, my brother?
I'm in good spirits.
Great stuff. It's Wednesday, January 29, 2025. Welcome aboard to Kickoff 97.3. I am Gabby Affair. You're on the wings of Shell V Power and Zonda GH. Coming up in the next 10 minutes.
It's not about me. It's about the players. It's about the technical team, and it's about the team that I work with. Fortunately, I have some very competent members on the team. My vice chair, Stephen Appiah, we all know him play to the highest level.
All right, so that is the chairman for the Black Stars Management Committee, Dr. Randy Abe. We'll get to hear from him a bit later. Plus, run you through today's fixtures in the UEFA Champions League and a lot more matches coming up tonight. We'll get to tell you which teams will have the chance of progressing to the next stage of the competition. But first, following a thorough review of the Black Stars' performance in last year's AFCON qualifiers, the Ghana Football Association has made key changes to the team's technical setup. Well, highly experienced German manager Winfried Anton Schaffer, a former AFCON winning coach with Cameroon in 2002, has been appointed as the technical advisor. He worked closely with head coach Otuado to build a formidable squad while also serving as the FA's director of football. Now, another person who's been appointed is Chris Pegai, a seasoned sports psychologist with 17 years experience. He's been named as a team psychologist. A video analysis unit will now be led by Belgian expert Gregory De Grauve, who has honed his skills working with clubs such as Sporting Lokeren and KV Kotri. Now, the two experienced equipment officers in the presence of Isa Amadou from Asante Kotoko and Abdul Rahman Al Hassan from Accra Hearts of Folk have also been named to the team. Coach Desmond Ofer has also been named as he would be replacing Joseph Lauman as the assistant coach for the Black Stars. And the Black Stars will take on Chad and Madagascar next in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers set for March 2025. But the chairman for the Black Stars Management Committee, Dr. Randy Abe, has been speaking about the new committee put together by the Ghana Football Association. What to expect from them?
It's not about me. It's about the players. It's about the technical team, and it's about the team that I work with. Fortunately, I have some very very competent members on the team. My vice chair, Stephen Appiah, we all know him play to the highest level as one of the players with a lot of goodwill, even in retirement, and is very knowledgeable as far as the game is concerned. Dr. Nsenche of Samatex, very knowledgeable, passionate person. Mr. Moses Parker, same club owner for many years, passionate about the game. Mr. Samuel Brobri, from grassroots to the top. I mean, that's a good team, and I believe that together we'll be able to leverage our experiences to assist the technical team and the playing body to change the fortunes of the Black Stars.
What are we to expect from the new chairman of the...
All right, so that's Dr. Randy Abe, who is the president for Heart of Lions, chairman of the Black Stars Management Committee. And he was recently appointed as the CEO for Cocoa Board. Now, Charles Owusu Kumi he asked Dr. Randy Abe how he juggled the 3 jobs.
Are you going to combine Cocoa Board, Heart of Lions, and Black Stars Management Committee?
I don't run Heart of Lions on a day-to-day basis. I'm the owner. It ends there. I'm the president of the club. That's it. There are those who run it. There are people who run it. Yeah. All
right, so that's Dr. Randy Abe speaking to my colleague Charles Owusu Kumi there. Staying with that story, we hear from the communications director for the Ghana Football Association, Henry Asante Chum, also speaking about the newly constituted committee.
There is a new management committee in place led by an experienced man in Dr. Ransford Abbey. They've also decided to bring on board a former captain of the team, an individual who single-handedly took us to our first World Cup in 2006. They've had their first meeting. I am privy to the details of the meeting. I know a lot of things will change going forward. I know they will be very much demanding. They will push for results. The other members of the committee, Richard Nsenche, the owner of Samatex, Moses Ama, the owner of Mediama, Samuel Abuabri, who also comes across as someone with lots of experience. And these people have made it clear that they will push for results. I think that, you know, one of the things we also need to be cognizant of is the fact that sometimes when results are not coming and there is doubts and there is that belief, definitely it affects output.
All right, so that's Henry Asante Chum, the communications director for the Ghana Football Association, speaking about the Black Stars Management Committee. Now to some other stuff, and President of the Ghana Swimming Association, Delphine Akwe, has joined a growing list of sports stakeholders sharing their views on the nomination of Kofi Adams as Minister Designate for Sports and Recreation. Kofi Adams is set to face the appointment committee in Parliament as part of his vetting process, but he's been speaking or making notable public appearances in recent days. He was at the Gauka elections and also the 49th edition of the Swag Awards held on Friday.
Sir Kofi Adams, congratulations on your nomination for Sports Minister. We are eager to have a conversation with you. I don't know much about him. I mean, politically, I'm not that versed, but I'm willing to learn about the kind of person that he is, his prowess, and what we can achieve with him in the sports. I know most of our sports ministers are only versed with football. They don't know much about our less, less finance sports. But we are willing to work with him. Swimming has done greatly over the past 3 years, and last year was a testament. During the Africa Games, we were able to, we're about the 5th or something federation that came up with medals during this competition. Swimming is growing, but we need the help of government, and as he comes on board, we would like to work closely together with him to show him or to teach him, let me use the word teach him. I don't think he's very well versed in swimming or in the list finance sports, but we are willing to work with him to bring him up to speed so that he can also help us to advance the sports in the country.
Delphine Akwe is the president of the Ghana Swimming Association. Away from swimming, let's get back to the football by taking you to Europe. right, and so it's the UEFA Champions League. The inaugural league phase is set for an exciting final there with 25 of the 36 teams still awaiting their fate. Now, all 18 games will be played at the same time tonight, with 16 matches having something on the line. Now, Manchester City are in a major danger of elimination after last week's 4-2 defeat at Paris Saint-Germain, while Liverpool are through. Arsenal are almost there, and Aston Villa and Celtic, who meets are somewhere in between. Well, the assistants table will be constantly updating, with teams' hopes potentially relying on the other results. It marks the first season of the new format, a change from the old 4-team groups with 2 going through from each, where sometimes there was nothing to play for by the end. But let's get to the matches proper coming up tonight. 8 p.m, 36 clubs, 18 matches. Aston Villa will take on Celtic at the Villa Park. Villa are not in the top 8, but they have a chance to finish in there if they manage to beat Celtic tonight.
Any Champions League game is always going to be a big game, especially at Villa Park, and we need the 3 points to try and get automatic qualification. It's going to be a tough match. I'm sure the Celtic fans will bring their atmosphere, but I know Villa fans are going to bring a great atmosphere, and it's going to be a really good game.
Alright, so that's Aston Villa's Morgan Rogers speaking there. Well, Barcelona take on Atalanta, Bayer Leverkusen up against Sparta Prague. Bayern Munich will take on Slovan Bratislava, Brest up against Real Madrid, Dinamo Zagreb will take on AC Milan, Borussia Dortmund up against Shakhtar Donetsk, Girona will take on Arsenal, and for the Gunners, they are through to the next stage of the CL. But Arteta thinks they can give one more good performance against Girona.
Well, we've been more consistent, and I think we've been better, as you said. Understanding that it's extremely difficult to win and overplay opposition in the Champions League. And tomorrow we're going to face a very good opposition, and we're going to have to be very good to beat them.
So that's Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta speaking there. Some more games still coming up later tonight. Inter Milan will take on AS Monaco. Juventus will play Benfica. Leo up against Feyenoord. Manchester City will take on Club Brugge. PSV up against Liverpool. Sporting CP will take on Bologna. Salzburg up against Atletico Madrid. Sturmgras will play RB Leipzig. And then Stuttgart up against PSG. Young Boys will take on Red Star Belgrade. There's more. We'll bring you the updates later tomorrow. But finishing off with tennis, Novak Djokovic withdrew from Serbia's Davis Cup tie against Denmark because of an hamstring injury. The 24-time Grand Slam champion was booed off court by some Australian Open fans last week when he retired with the same issue after losing the first set of the semi-finals against Alexander Zverev. That's the very latest in the world of sports. Kickoff was proudly brought to you by Shell V Power Zonda GH. For more, you can head to citisportsonline.com and on X, also known as Twitter, at citisportsgha. I am Gabby Affair. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do take care of yourself, and bye-bye.
Guys, Charlie, you know that mining contract I've been chasing for years now? I just got awarded a deal, but the issue is where to get the right and quality heavy-duty trucks to execute this job here in Ghana.
Relax, my guy. Remember my recent construction deal at Pokwase? Zonda sorted me out.
Zonda? What? Who is that?
Zonda Tech Ghana Limited is your one-stop shop for machinery, heavy and light-duty trucks, and pickups. They have the Shantui bulldozers, graders, payloaders, rollers, power pickups, 4-land light trucks, TX trucks, and oil tanks. Made and assembled right here in Ghana with top-notch after-sale service and standard prices.
Made in Ghana. This is amazing.
You haven't seen my Zonda Power pickup, which I take to the office. Strong, durable, and tough on our roads.
Hey, that's from Zonda too?
Absolutely. Zonda is the right place for you, my guy.
Oh, now I am sorted with Zonda. Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, your solution for heavy and light-duty trucks. Located at Tema, off their Flower Road. Call 0501-772-222 or 0501-773-333. Zonda, built in Ghana, building Ghana.
In a world where only the best survives, you need a fuel that can match your drive. A fuel with unparalleled protection for your engine, superior efficiency, and unrivaled performance. A fuel so unbeatable, when you get behind the wheel, you'll focus on what really matters. The journey ahead. That fuel is Shell V-Power. Because no other fuel gives your engine better protection, better efficiency, and better performance. Be unbeatable. Drive unbeatable. Shell V-Power. Shell. Go well.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This ad is not about how convenient or easy to use the Affinity app is, or not having to worry about monthly or transaction fees. Yes, banking without fees. This ad is about Affinity providing the necessary services to help grow your business. Because banking doesn't have to be an inconvenience. With Affinity, you're in. To get the app, dial *229# or go to affinityghana.com.
It's time for Belmont flavored milk.
It's Belmont time. Each and every day.
It tastes so good.
It tastes so good. I love my Belmont.
Great for each moment.
Great for each moment. Any time of day.
It's so delicious.
So delicious. Belmont flavored milk.
Belmont.
Belmont. I love my Belmont.
So delicious.
Belmont flavored milk.
Belmont flavored milk. It's maliciously delicious. For bulk distribution, give us a call on 0544 335 900. Another quality product from Bell Aqua. This advert is FDA approved.
Belmont flavored milk.
What are you paying for? A delicious meal at the restaurant? Do it with SG Ghana Visa Card. Buying fuel for your car? Do it with SG Ghana Visa Card. Shopping online or at the mall or your favorite supermarket? Do it with SG Ghana Visa Card. When you need to pay, do it with SG Ghana Visa Card. With a large network of merchants and payment points, the SG Ghana Visa Card is your secure and convenient way to get things done in Ghana. You can also use the SG Ghana Visa Card for secure online purchases. Make your life easy and use your SG Ghana Visa Card today. To find out more, call 0302 214 314. That's 0302 214 314.
Société Générale Ghana. The future is you.
The Heritage Caravan 2025 is officially sold out. Thank you for your patronage. Now get ready for an unforgettable adventure with the Heritage Caravan 2025. We will experience a cultural revelation as we travel through 14 unique regions, each offering a deep dive into the nation's history, traditions, and natural beauty.
An opportunity to see Ghana in a more beautiful, and the people, the connection, incredible.
From Sunday the 2nd of March to Sunday the 9th of March 2025. Pack your bags and let's set off on the road trip of a lifetime with an unmatched opportunity to explore landmarks, taste authentic Ghanaian cuisine, experience the art, to network and to connect with the people who make Ghana truly special. This is more than a tour. It's a chance to experience the soul of Ghana, to witness its growth and to create lasting memories.
The places we visited, the road trip itself was awesome.
Everything was good, yes. Even the Bui Dam was very educational.
Follow all Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM social media handles for updates with the hashtag Heritage Caravan 2025. The Heritage Caravan 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV in partnership with the Ghana Tourism Authority, with support from 97.3 Citi FM, and proudly sponsored by the National Lottery Authority, Hollard Insurance, and Omni Basic Bank. Terms and conditions apply.
Where do your hopes and dreams take flight? The money you've earned, the future shining bright. At Petra, We're not just here for your retirement plan. We are here for the life you've imagined and then some. From your child's education to your dream home's door, we'll help you achieve what you're striving for. Petra is here, steady and strong. Your wealth in safe hands, where it belongs. With investments that grow at rates that compete, we build your future with every heartbeat. That's Petra, your partner. Come joy or strife, guiding you toward the dreams that define your life. For your pensions, investments, loans, and more, visit our website at petraonline.com or call 0242 435037. Petra, achieve more.
Yasakofa for frabo, pepper powder, pepper jawo, sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder.
Etianga go better than a bottle you are. Sankofa got you coming. Go for sankofa pepper powder. Sankofa pepper powder. Abuna abonje krakra. Sankofa pepper powder. Red and hot, very natural. Sankofa pepper powder. Chinchinga and Nambia. Sankofa pepper powder. Noodles, Ghana jollo. Sankofa pepper powder. Esisia nete. Sankofa pepper powder. Sankofa pepper powder. Sankofa pepper powder. Sankofa pepper powder.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Citi 97.3. More variety.
Lately there seems to be some insecurity about the way I feel, where I wanna be. But you know it's with you, no one can do the things you do. Never to be mistaken, long as this love we're making, there's gonna be some rain, gonna be the pain, but as long as I know, boy, time will show, our love will grow, and I know love will be right here, be right here, right here, be right here.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Love, some don't believe in. That's just what I'm giving. I'm gonna keep it strong. I'll be holding on to you. No one can do me like you do. It's true. Sure as the sun is shining, our love will keep on climbing. There's gonna be some rain, gonna be the pain, but as long as I know, boy, time will show, our love will grow, and I know love will be right here, be right here.
7:36, 97.3 Citi FM. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning here in Accra, Ghana. Listening to your favorite radio show on your relevant radio partner. Today, the 29th, I believe. Lots of birthday requests coming through on the show already.
The things you do.
Happy birthday to the coordinating director, interestingly, of the AMA.
But to be mistaken.
Yeah, coordinating director of the AMA, Mr. Douglas N.K. Anofo. This one, they've blown his cover. Douglas Anofo. Today is your birthday. This is from the public affairs team and the entire staff of the AMA. AMA is already in the news because this discussion about homeless people taking over in Nkrumah interchange, there's an AMA angle to that. And the coordinating director, essentially the man who is in charge of the assembly, whilst a new substantive CEO is found, chopping his birthday today. Happy birthday to Na Abeka, team lead, events and sponsorship, Access Bank Ghana. On this special day, we wish you God's blessings and favor from the Inkum family. And to Gamel Euresi Smith, may this new year bring you endless blessings, success, and happiness in everything you do. Coming in from Amos. Also wishing a happy 50th to Innocentia Kanyagui. May the Lord bless your kind heart. May He grant you great health and peace of mind. You are an awesome sister. Have a blast from Na Abi and the family. So this is this is the Na Ugbe Chachu. So what's the female of Ugbe Chachu? Na Chachu. Happy birthday to Dr. William Ezra, author, 40 and fortified by God. May you find favor in the sight of God and rest for your life. From the squad, Nana Raba, Enna, Papa, and Bozuma. Bozuma. Best of the day to you, Dr. William Ezra.
But I join myself to this one. Dr. William Ezra Arthur is one hard-working, cool guy, solid guy. He doesn't talk much, just efficient. So, Doc, enjoy your day. Happy 40th birthday.
And to, is it a call or a low Kofi?
Must be a call.
Senior Manager, Consulting Department, Deloitte. From your country managing partner Daniel Kojousu. Then I got a longish one. I mean, I got two very long messages. I'm not even sure how I'm going to read them. This one is from the team of Ibrahim Mahama. It's a very long message. It says, hello from the management and staff of Engineers and Planners Limited, Jata Cement and its subsidiary companies. Wish Mr. Ibrahim Mahama, CEO of Engineers and Planners and Jata Cement, a happy 54th birthday. His impact on humanity cannot be quantified. He keeps changing and transforming the lives of many across Africa and beyond. His vision in industry is unmatched. His leadership is exceptional. He is an endless fountain of inspiration. Having a boss like him is such an inspiration for us to keep going. So this is from Rafiq Mahama, special aid to Ibrahim of Engineers and Planners Limited. Yeah, a couple of people are also adding their voice to this. Lucky Leve is also wishing Ibrahim Mahama a happy birthday. Then Caleb, this one is amazing. Like the man says, good evening, Bernard. Can you read this birthday message to my wife 10 times on your show tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
I don't even know if he's paid for it. Happy birthday to my extraordinary wife, Nana Sika Ahiabo. Now, let me just read a few lines. You are the rhythm that makes our hearts sing, the melody that fills our lives with joy, and the harmony that brings balance to our souls.
My God.
Your unwavering love, care, and devotion are the pillars that hold our families strong. As the Bible says, she's clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. Proverbs 31:25. You embodied this verse, my love, my life, and so much more. Our children are still here, and Kekeli, join me in wishing you a happy and amazing birthday. May this special day mark the beginning of an even more incredible year ahead. Your loving husband Edem, your lovely daughter Aseye, your son Kekeli. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to Nanasika Ahiabo. Charlie, this message, man. Better please wish my daughter Christine a happy birthday. May you grow to be a greater man than your father, who plants rice to feed the nation. You should do better. He plants rice for the nation. Can you imagine? Roland of MVV Rice.
Thank you, Amura.
I wonder how much rice you eat in that house. Christine, Daddy says you're a great girl. He loves you so much. Wishing you a fantastic happy birthday. And coming from your mom as well. All right, so what are we doing today? So many things. I wanted to do something. You know, yesterday on my drive to... I was going from Circle to industrial area.
Yeah.
And I used Nkrumah Circle.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help but notice So I passed under, like I didn't go on top. I passed under, and
That's
I
what
went.
The action is
go through the old Circle station, through to Fun Milk, and I noticed that in between the road, people had just put stones, and they were just sleeping. All kinds of people. Yeah. So I was quite intrigued to see the Ghanaian Times. Yeah. Also headline in fact, I was with my driver, and he says do you see all those things? He says people sleep here all the time, and they basically come at night. Some of them in the day still sleep there, and this included women and children and destitute people. So the Times did a great story on it this morning. And I want you to give me some highlights of that story.
Sure.
Before we go forward.
So the question says that the story says the number of homeless people living under the Kwame Nkrumah interchange at Circle in Accra is soaring. Gradually, the pavements and median sections under the Circle interchange, particularly between Kaneshi Station and Senate informal sector, is being turned into homes for the destitute, including men, women, and children, as well as the old and the young. Ghanaian Times has observed threats to commuters. The destitute are becoming a threat to commuters and drivers as they wash, cook, and sleep in the spaces under the overpass.
True.
The children among the destitute are also becoming a nuisance to commuters and passers-by as they forcibly beg for money and alms. Their presence creates garbage under the overpass as they litter and throw rubbish around, which blocked the flood drains along the interchange. Some also set fire and burn rubbish around the concrete columns supporting the overpass, and this, according to structural engineers, can affect the structural integrity of the overpass. The concrete on some parts of the columns are peeling off with metals in them protruding openly. Some of them smoke, urinate on the concrete columns of the overpass, engage in all manner of activities which mar the beauty and serenity of the place. A pungent, repugnant, and piercing stench greets passers-by, drivers and individuals who use the spaces under the overpass. In spite of the fact that stones had been laid on sections under the bridge to ostensibly prevent the use of the space, the destitute have found ingenious ways to use the space as they use the stones as bed shafts to lay their beds.
I was even more concerned about the danger it poses to the people. Imagine women sleeping in the open at night. All kinds of things can happen.
But someone says he's been on the street for 17 years. I am a chainsaw operator and I was arrested for operating cargo of wooden slabs to Accra. I was arrested by the military patrol and all the items in the cargo were seized, and in the process I lost all my fortunes. Mr. Bing, which is his name, said he became debt-ridden and was forced to relocate to Accra to prevent his debtors from pestering him for their monies. Mary, a bright and ambitious 20-year-old girl, told the Ghanaian Times that she dropped out of senior high school due to financial constraints and relocated to Accra to make ends meet. She said she was engaged in head pottery in Kayaye to eke out a living, but could not rent a room because of the meager salary she earned. That, Mary said, was the reason why she had to seek shelter under the Nkrumah interchange. Now, Aminatu Zainab, a mother of two, who has been in the area for the past 4 years, told Ghanaian Times that she came from Gushegu in the northern region to Accra to make a living after the death of her husband. She said life had been difficult for her since she came to Accra and had to perch under the interchange with her children. What I make in a day, two. What I make in a day through head pottering is not enough to fend for my children and myself. Now there's Kofi Abuaji as well, who is also a squatter. Now, all of this put together, when contacted on the issue, the head of foster care unit of the Department of Social Welfare, Mr. Samuel Anaglate. Yes, Anaglate, thank you. Anaglate. Oh God. No, he acknowledged the problem and said it was the mandate and responsibility of the various metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies to deal with the problem. Now, he said social welfare staff had been posted to each of the MMDAs and were supposed to deal with such issues. Now, this is where the AMA comes in. The head of public affairs of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, Gilbert Ankra, said the AMA was aware of the problem and was working to address it. He said the assembly in the past took them out of took them out from the place, but the squatters returned. Quote, AMA is waiting for a new chief executive to take office, after which we will implement new measures to tackle the problem, Mr. Ankra stated. Now, Mr. Ankra got in touch to say a few things. I think we can put him.
We can call him to get. So, the question for listeners this morning is: what's the best way to deal with homelessness? Now, I do recognize that even in some advanced countries, you do find people sleep on the streets, but I think the levels we're seeing in our city is very bad, and I'm not sure if there is a collective solution. So, for example, can the assembly and the social welfare put up some temporary shelters or some institution where people can even sleep for the night and then go and work in the day and come back and sleep there? I mean, sleeping at Circle in the open is a threat to their lives. It's a threat to the people who are around. It's just terrible, you know. And I know there's so many people who don't have houses. So, and all these government housing attempts have never really worked, because at the end of the day, the people who get to benefit are not those who actually need to get it. But having said that, the question for listeners this morning: what's the best way to get housing or accommodation or shelter, whichever word you want to use, for people like this? The levels of homelessness we're seeing, very, very sad, and we need to do something about that. We'll speak to AMA shortly. Time check 7:47. Pay your school fees and residential fees with any bank. It's stress-free. Whether you're at KNUST, UG, UDS, Winneba, UMAT, Ola College, Akosobo International, Ecole Ronsard, and other schools, you can visit any Zenith branch or use the school's designated merchant code to pay school fees. For more information, go to our website zenithbank.com.gh or call 0542 000 That's 0542 000 The Valentine's Day special with Africa Regent is great. We have things like a one-night stay in a beautifully appointed romantic room for 2, bottle of champagne on arrival, gift of chocolate to enjoy, complimentary rose petals to add an extra touch of romance, dinner buffet for 2 at Zong, and a luxurious 60-minute couples massage and pedicure. Starts from 5,440. Book by 31st January. Enjoy a 10% discount on the full package. For more information, call 0302769180 or 0268265386. Real estate is the key part of every wealth portfolio. You need to invest today. This year, Apollonia City is offering you the chance to own premium plots of land at competitive prices with up to 3-year payment plan. Our service lands come with access to water and electricity, tarred roads, solar powered street lights, and more. Now, we are available for visits on our site. You can also reach us on phone 054 277 7222. All right, let's speak to what's his name?
Gilbert Ankra.
He's the PRO of the AMA.
Yes, please.
Well, he is quoted as having said that they have known about this and there's a plan to solve the problem, but that they don't have a substantive mayor. I'm not sure if he really said this. Mr. Ankra, thanks for joining us. Good morning.
Thank you very much for having me, Bernard.
Great. So let's deal with the matter that you consider to be a wrong coverage of what you said, and then we go to the broader issues. The Ghanaian Times is reporting in the interview that you said because there's no substantive mayor, the plan to sort out this destitute people taking over the interchange cannot be readily implemented. Is that what you actually said?
Thank you very much for the opportunity once again. Of course, let me state that in as much as we don't have a substantive mayor, the assembly is running, and all essential services, administrative functions remain uninterrupted. If you look at what we are doing as an assembly, if we decide that we're waiting for a mayor before these issues are dealt with, of course, then the city would not be anywhere for us to be able to live well. So, of course, I wasn't that categorical on the fact that because of that, the issues are not being dealt with. If you recall, our coordinating directors are currently leading charge at the various assemblies. So, with respect to some of these things, you need to seek that permission from the coordinating director before these issues will be dealt with. And that was the entire conversation.
Yeah, but your coordinating directors, if they are working, we will know. I don't know if you followed this show for the past week. We've been talking about refuse in many parts of the city. And the excuse we got, not from you, but from some people, was that maybe because there's no substantive mayor, things have come to a standstill. And then we're told that there are coordinating directors who are actually working. Now, if they are working, the refuse we see in many parts of Accra shouldn't even be there. So, to now hear the Ghanaian Times report, you say that AMA is waiting for a new chief executive to take office, after which we will implement new measures, sounded quite problematic. So you're saying you didn't actually say this, but if work is going on, we will know, right? And why do you need? I mean, what are you waiting for to implement your solution? That's my question.
Of course not. And let me state that it's quite important for all of us to abreast ourselves with the current AMX jurisdiction to be able to appreciate the issues very well, because there are a lot of the areas now, they don't technically fall under the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. And if you may be within these areas and you see challenges of sanitation, you may attribute it to the Assembly. And it is for this reason why the Assembly is also ensuring that we collaborate with all our 17 sister assemblies to ensure that, especially within the border areas, the Assembly, the AME shares borders with, for instance, within the Circle Kwame Nkrumah interchange enclave, for instance, we share boundaries with Krole Krote and then Ablikuma Central. So if you, depending on where you find yourself, you may feel that you are within the AMA zone. Currently, as I speak to you, just as I said, very core essential services with respect to sanitation, waste management, public health, security, they remain very operational. And this is to ensure that there is some cleanliness in the city. Since the beginning of this year, let me state that the Assembly has been putting in its own resources to ensure that waste within the city center, the AMA zone, is cleared on daily basis. As I speak to you now, even if you go to the Circle, we have trucks. We deploy the trucks there on daily basis to ensure that the waste is cleared.
I see. The refuse I saw was, I think, a few days ago. This was Tiptoe Lane. So Tiptoe Lane, opposite Ghana, former Ghana Post, or where they call Accra North. So I don't know if that's part of your jurisdiction. That's number one. Number two, these destitute people who sleep under the interchange, it certainly is within AMA, because this is a Circle. So why haven't you implemented a solution that you say you have for these ones?
With the issue of the homelessness within that particular enclave, it's quite important to acknowledge the fact that the issue requires some form of collaboration with other institutions to be able to address the issue. And the AMA has over the years worked closely with the social welfare organization to even engage these individuals. Aside the homeless, people even beg within the various traffic lights to engage them. There are times where we even provide some support. You spoke about the Tiptoe Lane. That particular area does not fall under the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. So it's quite important to appreciate, as I said, the areas so that we'll be able to know. And that's why we are collaborating with the other sister assemblies to be able to deal with the issue.
Right.
Back to the issue of the homelessness, we have collaborated in the past. The assembly has collaborated, as I said, with social welfare to engage these folks to understand their circumstances and even provide some immediate support. And this has gone on for a very long time. We are collaborating with other stakeholders.
So let me understand it well. Collaborate with stakeholders to provide support. What does that really mean? Somebody is sleeping under a bridge on a stone. So if you say you are collaborating with the stakeholders to provide support, are you giving them a bed? Are you giving them a place to sleep? Are you giving them food? What do you mean by provide them support?
If you look at these homelessness, they have a lot of challenges. So engaging them is very, very important to be able to understand their needs. And some of these services or support include even counseling services, trying to even refer some of them to shelters, even access to healthcare and all that. So the social welfare department is collaborating with NGOs, even religious institutions, to find a way to develop. This is not only about the AME. Don't forget that there's a broader, as I said, social welfare department.
I know. What I want to know is, look, do we have shelters? Does the AMA know of any shelters in Accra where a homeless person can be sent to sleep as a starting point?
In the past, there used to be some shelters, but currently, as I speak to you now, we have not referred any of them to any shelters yet. And
so you don't know of any shelters available today, January 29, that if we went to say, look, it's raining, where you're sleeping is bad, we want you to go and sleep here and bath there and come back and work. There's no place like that you are aware of that we can send them to.
We would have to come back and deal with the social welfare to be able to.
Fair enough. So if you say you are collaborating with stakeholders because if somebody is hungry, give him food. If somebody is homeless, give him a place to sleep, right? So if you say you are collaborating to understand their problem is that they don't have a place to sleep. So I don't know what you are doing, and I'm not saying it's your fault. What I'm trying to simply say is, if you say you are helping the people, we must be clear what you are doing. From what you are saying, I'm not sure I understand the kind of help you give to a homeless person who is sleeping on stones under a bridge in a very dangerous place.
Let me state that a lot of these guys, you see them there, don't even sleep there overnight. A couple of them, they will be there within, but that's notwithstanding the collaboration with other, even religious institutions, to be able to develop some sustainable solutions for these people. And some of these things, as I said, include even setting up temporary structures, providing them with some of meals, clothes, and all that, to be able to help them integrate into the society.
Fair enough. When you have a plan with the social welfare, let us know what we can do to support. My next question and final one has to do with Agbogbloshie generally, and where the scrap dealers have returned. We do know former minister helped to remove or relocate these people, and I think for the past few weeks at least they've come back quite strongly. So I'm referring to from old ICGC all the way towards Beyeman side, that road that takes you to Agbogbloshie. They've come back with a big bang. Now, I'm sure this area is within your jurisdiction. Has their return been sanctioned by the Assembly?
Thank you very much for that question. But it will interest you to note that that particular area does not fall under the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. It falls under the Ablekuma Central Municipal Assembly. Issues of them coming back.
Okay, so can you help me with where is AMA then? Because Tiptolen is not AMA. ICGC is not AMA. So AMA, just give me the boundaries, because now I'm lost.
Thank you very much. Currently when you are looking at the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, we are looking at let me say if you come to Okakwe South, we are looking at areas such as industrial area, Aveno, part of Circle, as I said. So for the Circle area, the Vodafone area falls under the AMA, the Times area falls under the AMA, but the other side to your the eastern side falls under the Krote Municipal Assembly. Now, when you come to Ashedu Teteke, we are looking at basically the Central Business District. We are looking at some areas such as Agbogbloshie. So for Agbogbloshie, for instance, it is the lagoon that divides both assemblies. So that is it. Now, when you come to areas such as Ablekuma South, we are looking at communities such as Kolegono. We are looking at Kolebu, Mamplobi, Toko. We are looking at parts of the Banana Inn area. So when you come all the way to Kamara, there is a bridge. That bridge differentiates, sets the boundary between the Accra Metropolitan Assembly and Ablekuma West Municipal.
So you are telling me that Agbogbloshie is not part of AMA?
No. Part of Agbogbloshie falls under the AMA. But the area you are currently referring to, where the scrap dealers were cleared by the former regional minister, does not fall under the AMA. And let me also state that as an assembly, we are quite open, and we'll welcome your crew if you can come over to see what we are doing within our enclaves to even ensure that the waste is cleared on daily basis. We will appreciate that gesture.
So you are telling me that work is going on at AMA as we speak?
As we speak, currently, if you go to the circle area within our zone, we have trucks there ensuring that the waste is cleared on daily basis. Let me add that in as much as things are being done, they are not being done in a more speedy way as it used to be, because then it was not the responsibility of the assembly. Zoom Lion used to do some of those things, but currently, because of some challenges, the assembly has taken up to ensure that we do those very ones. But the waste is being cleared on daily basis to ensure that we don't leave any field.
Thank you for your time. Gilbert Ankra, is that the name?
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, he's the AMAPR. 2 minutes past 8. Oh my God. I'm not even sure where to turn now. Let's do tech and social media trends. Trying to get some clarity on what is being done for destitutes at Circle, why there's so much filth in Accra. Now we're not even sure where Accra is, at least where AMA's jurisdiction is. So let me just leave that and take a breather. Do tech and social media trends and hopefully regroup. So who's the sponsor for the segment?
Over you, Bernard.
The interview over me.
First Bank Ghana and Telecel bringing us tech and social media trends. If you're sending money to Gambia, away from AMA, you want to send money to Gambia, Guinea, Liberia, Nigeria, and Sierra Leone, you can do that through the Pan-African Payment and Settlement Systems, PAPS. Send and receive money to any of these countries for business and personal purposes. You would need to visit any of our branches across the country with your cash, and your money is transferred. To receive money, you will need a First Bank Ghana account. Please call 0596 921 921 to find out more about PAPS. This is one way First Bank Ghana puts you first. Now switch to Telecel fixed broadband today and experience incredible bonuses, non-expiry bundles, data transfers across devices, and lots more. So much more. Just subscribe to Telecel fixed broadband for these amazing offers. Dial *900#. Use the Telecel Play app or visit a Telecel retail outlet. Telecel.com.gh is the website to visit and get connected today. Terms and conditions apply. Telecel, connecting energies.
All right, Susu Graham is here. Hopefully he will give us some clarity on what's trending, because this morning they are not the seat up.
Well, most of the trends are all vetting related, so so I'll do them by topic, because they are all like they are trending, but they are all
topical trends.
But it's different topics. So we have Anodompre, Haruna, Omani Boama, Hardcastle, Oliver Barker. So we'll go through them. Oh, Silly is also trending. I forgot. Silly is also trending. So I'll start with Anodompre, Haruna, Silly, and Hardcastle.
Yeah, being silly.
So we saw the kind of the confrontation.
I thought arrogance is also in the trend.
Oh, I've not seen it. I'm not seeing it. It's going down. So I'll start with Anodompre, Silly, Haruna, and whatever. Even though it's related to Omani Boama, but we'll start with this. So we also the confrontation between the incoming MPA CEO and Anodompre, the
Petroleum Commission.
Thank you very much. And then the deputy minority whip, Frank Anodompre. So we saw the clash between them where he was allegedly called silly. And he later came to the floor of Parliament and kind of complained about it, and asked it to be brought before the Privileges Committee,
which is yet to be constituted.
Exactly. Then Haruna,
it's supposed to be a comedy of errors.
So Haruna Edrisu also said that he felt that it was wrong. She should apologize, and it became a whole thing on the floor of Parliament. So everyone on social media is weighing in about whether it's respectful for us to talk to an MP like that. And some people also agreeing that yes, the man is indeed whatever she called him. So it's been a whole different thing on social media. So very interesting reaction. So everyone is giving their 2 cents and that kind of stuff. So then the next one is Omani Boama. So it was his vetting which was delayed.
My God.
Which was delayed by Oliver Barker, which we will also get to.
No, actually it was delayed initially by the miscommunication.
And then
he went at 9. Then they said he had been given 11.
Exactly.
I mean, by the time it was 6 p.m., the guy was still being vetted.
And then it was delayed again because of Oliver Barker. But we'll get there.
Yes.
So we'll talk about him. He had a very long vetting, as we mentioned, a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And then there was an issue with him and Afenyo Markin, who's also somewhere in the trends, where Afenyo Markin spoke about some protocol list and that kind of stuff, which a lot of people didn't like, because the implication that people are joining the military based on protocol rather than merit upset a lot of people, because the Ghana Armed Forces are supposed to be our finest. So if you are just picking people who you want, it makes people wonder about the institution and that kind of stuff. So that was another issue that came up, specifically with the vets. And then I'll get to Oliver Barker. So Oliver Barker from our, we know him from as a fighter for democracy from his protests. He's been arrested a few times, his treason trial. He posted on his Facebook and Twitter about how he feel about I guess it was a joke he was making, but it also was an accusation where he mentioned that the MPs pay the appointments committee to be approved. So he was saying that they should come and they should also be added to oral since they are paying money.
Yep.
So the appointments committee didn't take too kindly to that. So the chairman came and then demanded that Oliver appear before them this morning. So we're expecting him to appear because he said he's ready to appear.
And they actually said they will not meet today because of him. They will basically just meet him. They won't do vetting today.
Exactly. So all of that came up, and then it became a whole issue that further delayed Omani Boame's vetting, because the minority said that they won't do it because this is such a sensitive matter and he disrespected the committee, that they want the vetting delayed until he's dealt with. So that was another issue to it. So it was the vetting was what's the word? It was explosive yesterday. It was very exciting. It took over the news cycle more than it had already had. So
it was so many things.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. So
isn't Linda Oklu trending though?
You see, I've even forgotten.
Because
that was yellow. Greater Accra is Greater Accra that's trending. So Greater Accra.
The whole day, yesterday was a big day.
Yes.
But is Afenyo Markin not trending?
That's what I said. Afenyo is also trending because of a different thing. So it's just a lot is going on. I even missed 1 hour because of how much is going on. It's just. It was just a long.
Anyway, so any tech news?
Well, the tech news is that they are warning users that DeepSeek is not as safe as you might like, because there's you know how it is the same way they told us that TikTok, the Chinese government are getting their data is the same warnings that are being given to us. So we are being warned about using DeepSeek. But Bernard, these noises you are making, why
is it that when any good thing comes out of a place that is not the West, it is bad?
Well, you see,
Charlie, we are not fools.
You see, the thing about the Chinese government getting our data is a fact. But the other fact is that
government get your data.
Thank you. I was about to say that when you use all these other Microsoft and things, these companies, they sell our data. And in fact, if you have a Facebook account, Twitter, this, basically every company on earth can access your data, and they have so many data points, so they can sell things to you. So if you go on Amazon, they tailor things for you and that kind of stuff. So I think the whole idea of selling data is valid, but no one talks about selling even the cookies. When they say accept cookies, I think a lot of people don't know that those cookies are permission to be tracked. So the cookie is actually a tracker to kind of look through your history and know what you are doing. But because they call it cookies, a lot of people don't realize how dangerous they are. So the data being sent to China and whatever is true, but at the same time, your data is being sent all over the place. In fact, the moment you get a smartphone, you've kind of.
So who is saying that DeepSeek?
Tech experts in the West, of course. So that's the data news. But we report the news sometimes. We don't.
But I heard DeepSeek was hacked by some people.
Yeah, of course, their attempts will always be there, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. So
DeepSeek is the new AI that's causing confusion in the world in a positive way. That was second social media trends with Susu.
You're looking for a bank to rely on. Let me give you a shoulder to lie on. Wouldn't we seek out to bank baby? No lie, only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve 10 cause every time I know my money's safe. Universal banking ain't in me here on the date. I'm a busy person, me no many time to wait.
Niger to Spain, even when I'm in the States. Mash me blue shirt. They tell me office a chilly, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best. I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west. Everything is you first. Woo!
Nobody feed do I'm like us. Do I'm like us. First Bank we treat you first. Treat you first. Somebody see think about you first. Think about you first.
You first. First Bank.
There are many reasons to connect, and it's all to put smiles on the faces of those you love.
Daddy, thanks for the tea cash, okay? I love you.
That's my daughter Angela. Caring for my parents, that's my duty. I also get to pay my utility bills easily with Telecel Cash. And to the suppliers at my shop,
hello sir, Telecel Cash payment received right on time. Thank you.
I get to make them smile because I can pay to my suppliers' merchant numbers, even on other networks directly, and send Telecel Cash for free to my dear ones.
We keep the connection stronger when our family, friends, and business relations are happy. Make free Telecel Cash transactions every day, anytime, from your Telecel Cash wallet to your loved one's Telecel Cash wallet. Save on cash, enjoy convenience, and make those who matter smile when you send them money with Telecel Cash.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi 97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi 973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi 973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
With the recent increase in electricity tariffs and fuel prices, power, although unreliable, has become expensive, and owning a noisy generator becomes a headache rather than luxury. For an affordable and durable electricity solution, you need to go solar with Translight. Feel the independence, experience the comfort, and be productive. Translight Solar. Wherever there is sunlight, there is Translight. Think solar. Think Translight. Locate us at 98 Boundary Road, East Legon, in between ARS and the American House at the White House bus stop. Visit our website at translightsolar.com. Call us on 0504-249-229 or 0206-542-454 or reach us through email info@translightsolar.com.
Yafini gave us the vibe. Now, Insurance Chile makes you thrive.
Yes, so it's time to enjoy, Charlie. Buy or renew your motor insurance and boom! Free fuel coupons and airtime for your sweat. Who know like enjoyment? Skidibidi-bum-ba-dum-boom.
From January to June 2025, Enterprise Insurance gives you more reasons to smile on the road. Insure today and enjoy free fuel coupons for your car and airtime for your phone.
Free fuel? Airtime too? Enterprise Insurance, always your advantage.
Insure Chile. It's simple. Insure and enjoy. Ready to secure your peace of mind and experience the fastest claims payment? Visit any of our branches or agency outlets nationwide. Connect with your insurance broker or enjoy the convenience of buying your insurance online through the Enterprise Advantage app today. Terms and conditions apply. Enterprise, your advantage. The Heritage Caravan 2025 is officially sold out. Thank you for your patronage. Now get ready for an unforgettable adventure with the Heritage Caravan 2025. We will experience a cultural revelation as we travel through 14 unique regions, each offering a deep dive into the nation's history, traditions, and natural beauty.
An opportunity to see Ghana in a more beautiful, and the people, the connection, incredible.
From Sunday the 2nd of March to Sunday the 9th of March 2025. Pack your bags and let's set off on the road trip of a lifetime with an unmatched opportunity to explore landmarks, taste authentic Ghanaian cuisine, experience the art, to network and to connect with the people who make Ghana truly special. This is more than a tour. It's a chance to experience the soul of Ghana, to witness its growth and to create lasting memories.
The places we visited, the road trip itself was awesome.
Everything was good, yes. Even the Bui Dam was very educational.
Follow all Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM social media handles for updates with the hashtag Heritage Caravan 2025. The Heritage Caravan 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV in partnership with the Ghana Tourism Authority with support from 97.3 Citi FM and proudly sponsored by the National Lottery Authority, Hollard Insurance and Omnibasic Bank. Terms and conditions apply.
In the soil. Find your way into profitable careers and businesses in our Greek and ATVET now. Take a step today and change your life, your family, and community. Dial *718*50# to join now. Ghana Grows. Hope Day. Ghana Grows is an initiative of the MasterCard Foundation in partnership with Springboard Roadshow Foundation, Limehouse, and other partners.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi
19 minutes past 8, Citi Breakfast Show. And I'm sure you'll understand later on why we are ending this song. So a nominee for housing was asked his favorite musician, and he says it's Lumba. And then they asked, which Lumba song do you like? Then he says Yene Usrekwa, which is to wait. Basically, they're laughing with you, but it's all a ruse. They don't really like you. They're laughing with you in pretense. Lumba being the king of Ekutianyum. Start the year in style. It's a new year and it's already raining rewards on a digital platform of Fidelity Bank. Win cash when you transact in multiples of 200 cities using the Fidelity mobile app, USSD cards, point of sale payments, or GHQR. For every 200 cities transaction performed on these platforms, you'll be entered into a weekly draw to stand the chance of winning cash prizes. Fidelity Bank, believe with us. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Central University invited applications for the 2024-25 academic year in auditing, accounting, MSc accounting, MPhil accounting, MBAs in human resource management, entrepreneurship, finance and accounting, MA in education, postgraduate diploma in the same field, as well as a Bachelor of Public Health. Call 0307 020540 or visit central.edu.gh for more information.
And if you're looking for a delicious snack for both kids and adults, try Bell Move flavored milk. It comes in chocolate and sweet strawberry flavors, perfect for any time of the day. For your lunch boxes, after school snacks, or a quick pick me up. For bulk distribution, please call 0544 335 or 0544 335 800. Bell Move is maliciously delicious. Another quality product from Bell Aqua. Now, if you want a British degree at a fraction of the cost, you want a vibrant student experience in a community that equips you with useful employability skills, taking you one step closer to the career of your dreams. Also, you get up to 50% scholarship for your degree. That happens at Lancaster University, Ghana. For more information, please visit lancaster.edu.gh or email admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. The number is 0209 60708. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. If you're looking for litigation-free land, please contact Royal Kingdom Estate. They have it all from land acquisition to property management. With properties in prime areas like Accra and Ebri, land is starting at 90,000 Ghana cedis. They also offer flexible payment terms, and they have homes ranging from 2 bedrooms and premium furnished apartments for short rentals in East Airport. Visit them at Cantonment opposite Soul Clinic International School. 055 755 909 is the number. 0272 77880. Email Royal Kingdom Estate. Royal Kingdom Estate, building communities, nurturing dreams. Okay, so let's talk about enjoyment that is real. From January to June this year, Enterprise Insurance is giving you more reasons to smile. Buy or renew your existing motor insurance policy and enjoy amazing rewards. Free fuel coupons for your car anytime for your phone. It's that simple. Insure naturally. We have more than 100 years of trusted experience. We are here for your peace of mind. Enterprise Insurance is rated AAA by the GCR for financial strength and claims paying ability. Terms and conditions apply. Please find Enterprise on the Enterprise Advantage. We have an app which is the Enterprise Advantage app, and you're good to go. Enterprise, your advantage.
All right, so let me take you into Parliament to hear some of the things that happened. So yesterday there was drama because even before the start of vetting, there was almost like a 2-hour wait. Apparently there had been miscommunication of the time the nominee had come in, and then the nominee had been given a different time. So he was supposed to have come at 9, but he was given 11, and then he later got there, but they didn't start the vetting. Then the minority itself took a completely different issue. They said there was a comment by Mr. Vakavomawo online which they felt was an affront to the committee, and therefore if the matter was not dealt with, they would not even do the vetting. And then after like 1 hour of deliberation, they decided to continue the vetting or begin the vetting, which they eventually started around 1 o'clock. Vetted Omani Buama for a long time, and then did a very short vetting of the Greater Accra Regional nominee. So let's give you some highlights of yesterday's events.
We care, but I also want to ask you a question. The first allegation was directed at your side, majority side, and then the chair was robbed in. Is it the case that you don't care about your reputation? But don't forget, this is an institution. Parliament has been impugned. We don't even have a basis to sit here. You are told you are corrupt. You've been taking money from nominees before you sit, before you approve. And then shamelessly you still come and sit. Oh yes, I'm speaking in context. You still come and sit.
Honorable member, please withdraw the word shamelessly and proceed.
Well,
withdraw. Please withdraw.
I said in a certain context, but if it's the case that is offensive, it's withdrawn. You have been accused. You have been discussed in the media as taking bribe, and you don't find it offensive. And you say that we should forgive. We won't get to the bottom of it. We should still come and sit here and behave as the ostrich. Nothing is happening, and we go ahead. We in the minority side will not support you to do this. We won't inflict further pains on Parliament. We have suffered too much. It's not okay. It's not. Chief Whip, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. So what we are saying is very simple. Mr. Speaker, suspend sitting, suspend vetting. The nominee knows it's not about him. We are not being personal. Your visitors, we apologize to you. Go back and come back another time when the committee so decide. If it were you, you will react in the same vein. I am very pained. Since Monday, since Saturday, the weekend, And I got calls. My children sent me the allegation. Daddy, are you taking bribe before you do your civic duties? My constituents send me messages. Are you guys taking bribe before doing your civic duties? Chairman, we beg you in the name of God. Let us come together and fight block as a block. Let us fight this allegation as a unit. For once, let's put our partisan positions aside and deal with this young man for him to know that indeed there are parliamentarians who discharge their civic responsibility, our patriotic responsibilities, without necessarily taking money from people. This cannot be entertained.
So that was the initial concern. They went back and forth until the chairperson of the committee, I think, gave a ruling on the confusion, basically inviting the person who made the allegation to come to the floor.
This morning, instead of starting vetting at least by 10 o'clock, we recall into a conclave to deliberate on this issue. We need to stop certain attitude. So therefore, I, Bernard Ahiafo, First Deputy Speaker of Ghana's Parliament and the Chairman of the Vetting Committee, wants to place it on record that myself and the committee members do not demand money from any nominee before vetting and approval. I will therefore direct the clerk of the committee to invite Oliver Baker Vomawo to appear before the committee tomorrow at 10 before noon to provide evidence of Bernard Ahiafo, the chairman of the vetting committee, or any member of the vetting committee, to back his claim that we demand money from the nominees before vetting and approval. Clerk of the committee, I so direct. When he failed, then we can invoke the powers of the committee under Article 103 and our own standing order 134. I so direct. Thank you for your attention.
So that was a very angry Bernard Ahiafo. Well, as if the drama was not enough, there was almost 5 hours of vetting of Amani Buama. And we've been tracking these things. If you look at our tracker, let me confirm this. Let me confirm the length of time spent on vetting for your humble comment. So we have been putting some infographics together since the vetting started. Kasela Tuforsin took 4 hours 39 minutes, and he was asked 49 questions in total. All right, that's Kazil. 4 hours 39 minutes, asked 49 questions in total. Penyumakin asked 33, and then Dominic Nitiwul was vetted for 3 hours 48 minutes, so much lower than Kazil. He was asked 52 questions.
Dominic Ayine.
Sorry, Dominic Ayine. Your disease has got me. Then we had John Jinapo, 1 hour 4 minutes, very short. Then we have Roads Designate in the person of Governance Kwame Agboja. He had the highest, 5 hours 21 minutes of vetting, and he was asked 85 questions, 60 by the minority, 25 by the majority. Okay, so 5 hours 21 minutes. Then Haruna Idrisu was vetted for 1 hour 31 minutes. He answered just 32 questions, 31 by minority, 1 by minority. Right. So actually, sorry, Governance was 4 hours 4 minutes. Forgive me. Governance was 4 hours 4 minutes because it was initially they did the timing from when he came Yeah. But the real vetting was 4 hours, 4 minutes. Right. I'm going somewhere with this. So the longest so far has been, up until yesterday, was Cassiel, 4:39. Okay. Then we had the vetting of Namo Molate, 1 hour 37 minutes. She was asked 95 questions. Then Trade of Fosue Jari, 1 hour 35 minutes. She was asked 37 questions. Then Ahmed Ibrahim, 1 hour 47 minutes, asked 33 questions. Then the Northern Regional Designate Ali, 1 hour 29 minutes. John Japon, 32 minutes. Rita Akosia Awate, 56 minutes. 56. Muntaka, 3 hours 12 minutes. He was asked 76 questions. No, 78 questions. So the longest vetting since record started is Cassiel. But Omani Buama comes a close second, because Omani Buama's vetting was 4 hours 26 minutes.
With 110 questions from Apanyo.
So Omani Buama had the most questions.
He had 160 questions.
160?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
160 questions.
Yes, we got one. Yeah. So Omani Buama's vetting, even though it wasn't the longest, was the most grueling.
Yes. 139 from minority, 21 from majority.
Yeah.
And if you add the time he came there,
because
he came there around 10. He spent the whole day there. And Apenyo alone asked how many?
110. And 10.
Wow. Now let's start with the good before we get into the controversy. What did you make of his performance as a defense nominee? Because I think you had said you thought the pick was based on proximity to the president or something like that.
Obviously.
That usually they pick those. And
I mean, not just that.
Other things.
We know about his track record.
Of course.
But so are other people who have the same track record. But proximity and the trust that the president has for him would make him the choice, you know.
Good. When we look at the breakdown of the questions to him, 40% was on past statements, 24% was on current issues, 14% on his personal issues, 8% CV, 6% manifesto promise, 5% assurances, 3% amendments. And Apoy Markin spent a lot of time talking about what he had said in the past. I don't know what you made of the vetting of Omani Buama. Key issues: Ghana Armed Forces, land looting, Galamsey fight, officers' welfare, terrorism, performance of MPP government, and EC and elections. Were you able to sit through the whole thing?
I'll say that I watched about 90%.
Oh, then you watched the whole thing?
Yeah, which would be the first time I have sat through the whole thing.
Wow.
And
what did you make of it?
I see the vetting. This vetting thing is not just a TV program. It's supposed to give us, if you like, an official overview of the personality that the president has nominated. And so your technical knowledge is useful for the function that has been given to you. So is your capacity as a leader or a manager. Emotional intelligence also comes in your temperament and all these things. And I think that Omani Buama showed some character in defining the work that, in his estimation, has been handed over to him. He got a bit rattled with the personal questions and also the past statements. I think that was where he could have done better, you know. But he didn't come in there as a doctor. He came in there as a politician, and he also has a certain understanding of the political space. So a number of his responses were more political answers than you would expect, you know. By and large, I think he acquitted himself, you know, for the role.
As in, he shows he understands the work.
He has an appreciable understanding of the context of this work. That's That's how I read into this.
Wonderful. Now let's play you some highlights of the vetting itself before we talk about other things. So here are 2 voice clips. Start with this one. He spoke about Ghanaians cautioning them against seeking enlistment to the armed forces without meeting requirements. And they also had an interesting, so we started this one. And had an interesting interaction with the vice chair or the ranking member.
Looking at, the time-tested training or the time-tested procedure, processes and all that they go through. As a minister, would you at any time circumvent this time-tested processes and procedure for enlistment and recruitment into the Ghana Armed Forces for political expediency?
Thank you, Honorable Minister Designate.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Knowing the Ghana Armed Forces that I know, and from where I sat about 17 years ago, if you circumvent the procedures, the rules of engagement, and you get enlisted or recruited, you are likely to suffer. And there have been some dire consequences. Some recruits have died on day 1. I remember at 37 Military Hospital, there was even someone who was in training. Not that the person was flat-footed, but it was almost there. Severally, the person had to come on admission. If you have a heart condition and the systems are circumvented and you are enlisted or recruited, you are just jeopardizing your life. And so, looking at it purely from the medical point of view, I'll be the first person to advise you, if you genuinely don't qualify, not to attempt it. Let's face it, I recall 1997 when I visited, the person is still a serving officer, so I don't need to mention the name. When I visited the person at the academy, one of the first things I saw was, abandon all hopes of normal life, all ye enters here. What that means, that at the beginning of the training, you are being asked to abandon all hopes of normal life when you enter the military academy. And it is not easy. If I may add, some people go all the way to the point of being tempted, and they consider and drink water that has been used to soak clothes, because you are thirsty. You are tested to the limits. That is the reality. And so I will not, and have the assurance that I will not.
Let me remind you on a lighter note that the fact that I'm grilling you does not mean that when you get there and you are supposed to give protocol allocation, you deny me. I'm telling you, you cannot, because yes, there is, and committee members benefited. Yes, there is something like that. When I was a defense committee member, your ranking, your members benefited. I am saying it on authority. They did. They even had more than with the MPP members. They did. I'm not. That's a fact. Kennedy Japan was the chair of the Defense and Interior Committee. They benefited. You are giving. Don't think that because I grilled you, you will not allocate.
Honorable ranking member.
I did.
Honorable ranking member, I have also been in this house for some time. I was a member of parliament and at the point became the ranking member for Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee, a very important committee of parliament. but I know nothing called protocol. What really happened is that our constituents will come with the form. Then, as a member of parliament, you have to be pleading with the sector ministers whether or not they can help. So that is what I know. But I have not seen a situation where they say that a member, you have this number of people, go to your constituency and bring them to come and join military. And I'll keep on making this particular point to the Ghanaians. So I beg, please, if some people were treated that way, then there is an element of discrimination. Because some of us didn't know what is even protocol. We go to beg. You plead like you are becoming a defense minister. It is time for recruitment into the military. You will see members of parliament coming to your office to come and plead and intervene on behalf of their constituents. But you won't tell them that, oh, I have 10 members, go and bring them automatically to come and join the military. That is not it. So let me use the opportunity to clear the doubts.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Recruitments and enlistments will follow the rules of engagement strictly. You have my assurance.
All right, so those were highlights of Manibu Ama's vetting. There were other vettings as well. So there was a vetting of what's the name of the nominee for housing? Gilbert Ajay Kenneth.
Yeah.
Gilbert Ajay, very short. I don't know if you know him. His answers were like, it's funny. Omanibu Ama spent almost 5 hours, and Gilbert spent less than an hour and a half. I think part of it is the kind of answers Omani gave, right? Omani's answers were very long.
I think his style of responses, he gets a bit too elaborate with his answers. And, you know, on such a platform, every element of your answer can provoke another question. Which is exactly what we saw. For all you know, maybe if he had found some brevity, concise way in putting his, it would have shortened the whole thing. But it's just.
But the questions were 110. In fact, during the vetting, let me play something for you. During the vetting, the majority chief whip had to sort of protest about the length of time it was taking. Here's an excerpt of that interaction.
Chairman, I would want to go to number 5.
Chairman, let me seek your guide in this matter. Chairman, with all due respect, leader may have an unlimited opportunity to ask questions, but I'm so concerned as the majority chief whip, who is the vanguard of government business. The ranking member cannot take 3 hours to ask his questions. So if he says that he will continue tomorrow, we have to go back and come back tomorrow. There must be a limit to what he's doing. In any case, we have 4 other nominees who are waiting. So as the government chief whip, I am so concerned about the procedure he's adopting. And the government business is affected. You are supposed to lay a report. Because of this, you are unable to move. And the service report is in abeyance. And we are allowing the ranking member to go on and on, the people's address and all that. So Chairman, can we have a guide that when the ranking member has the opportunity to ask his questions, can he have 30 minutes? Can he have 1 hour? Can he have 2 hours? So that when that duration is exhausted, we can make progress. Because where I am sitting, the calls I'm getting from my government and the party I'm under pressure. I'm under pressure. Yes, government business must make progress. If the ranking member, who is the opposition leader, says, I will vet for 3 days. No.
Honourable members, with all due respect, I belong to a school of thought that believes in the fact that when a procedure is set down for a right to be exercised, you follow that procedure in exercising the right. By practice, convention, and agreement at this committee's meeting, it was resolved that a ranking member of the committee would have unlimited number of questions to ask. I do not believe that any member of the committee available at which that decision was taken should come to the floor and take a decision contrary to what we have agreed upon, contrary to the practice and conventions. So please, let us not create the impression that this is the first time that a ranking member and a minority leader will be having unlimited number of questions to ask. So please, the public is of the view that I have the power to stop ranking member when he's asking a question. I do not want that view to be fortified by any member of the committee. We've all agreed that we are going by the old convention and practice that ranking member of the committee would have unlimited number of questions to ask. So we are leaving it to the discretion of the ranking member whether he will be reasonable about asking the question or he wants to ask the question till tomorrow. That is the instruction that we have agreed upon, and that is what exactly I am doing. So public, general public, please take note.
The drama is still unfolding. No wonder this morning on taking social media trends, the major trends were all related to vetting. It was a dramatic day. We'll come back to the vetting shortly. I just want some couple announcements from you.
Yes, please. Lead the change with the university built for tomorrow's leaders. Heritage Christian University is set up to provide a missing link in tertiary education through creativity and innovation. Since 2018, the university has given over 450,000 Ghana cedis as startup grants to a number of students to start their businesses. We place a huge emphasis on entrepreneurship, technology, practical learning, professional certification. Accredited by GTech, we are located at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium. We have graduate and undergraduate programs, so please contact 0547 777 731 or 02022983999. hcuc.edu.gh is the website. Heritage Christian University, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders. So it's time to maximize and grow your business exponentially. Just ask me, Odi Abusame, if you're a shop owner, a seamstress, trader, mechanic or artisan, you own a hotel or a hospital, or you have a phone, TV, car, house, any property you want to sell, the Bisame app is here to help you connect to your customers. All you need to do is to register your business, reach more customers and watch your sales soar. So with the Bisame app, your security is assured. We'll send someone to confirm what you see online. When you are okay with what you have, the payment is done and whatever you've ordered is shipped to you or to your customer. We have an in-app video call so that there is safety and all of that. So download Bisame app on the Google Play Store or App Store today and unlock endless possibilities. Grow your business, connect with customers, enjoy success with ease.
8:49, you can send us your thoughts on yesterday's happenings in Parliament by 054 998 6996. GRA reminds all persons registered for VAT, NHI Get Fund Levy and VAT CST returns that you should file these before 31st January. This is the December version, to avoid the payment of late payment penalties. Now, don't forget that 31st January is just 2 days from today. Contact GRA via email info@gra.gov.gh or call 055 299 000 or 020-063-1664. So I wanted to find out from you again. You were saying that during the online, all these topics are trending. So Anodon Prem and Fahad Castle silly trending. But was Linda Okulu also trending?
No, it was Greater Accra.
Greater Accra was trending.
Yeah, that's how it was trending.
Okay, let me tell listeners why Greater Accra is trending. Here is the brief interaction between Parliament and the nominee. So the nominee comes, she takes the oath, and then they sort of ask her one opening question like, what's up with you? And then after the what's up, it's like, yo, good morning to Mike Gizo, good morning to Henry Kote, shout outs to Ashimo, Charlie Abanabu, Akpakot. Here's the excerpt.
My name is Linda Obinewa Akwele Oklu. I come from a sibling of 5. I'm the second born and a twin. My mother is a girl from Osu, my dad Fanti. I have worked with Provident Insurance. I have worked with Standard Chartered Bank, SNIT, Infinity Investment, and Old Mutual Life. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Auntie, Honorable, Auntie Fancy.
Mpacho, yeah, matrilinear, Auntie.
Enjoy Mpacho, this is the old papa.
Papa Fancy,
but Auntie Fancy.
Mpacho.
No, my young cream.
Mpacho.
Okay. Chairman. Chairman, I think this, the nominee is our colleague. I have seen our very senior former MP seated behind her. I've seen another senior of mine, of ours, the former Kpong Katamanso MP. I've seen my respected colleague, Honorable Ashmo, also in. The former MP for Shai Osudoku himself is also there in his traditional mama. And who else am I not seeing? Well, Honorable nominee, I have seen Honorable Henry Kote, former Minister for Greater Accra Region, former Interior Minister, former MP. I have seen Honorable Titus Glover. It appears that you have an army of wise men supporting you. You've conducted yourself well in Parliament. You are a respected colleague. I don't see why Honorable Doyo should be so close to you as if there's going to be a problem. I have some few questions for you which may take some 2 hours, but don't panic. Don't panic. By your good conduct, I'm sure we will reserve those questions for another day. Congratulations. I don't have the power to discharge you, but I'm sure Chairman is going to discharge you. Have a blessed evening.
Thank you very much. Let me use the opportunity to acknowledge our revered chiefs, former members of Parliament, former ministers present here to give moral support to the minister designate for Greater Accra. Honorable Minister nominee, you will surely hear from the committee.
So that was it. So, not sure whether because Omanibo Ama took 4 hours 26 minutes, they were tired, so they decided to make this one quick. But this was not even.
But they still spent a bit of time with the housing guys. So if
no, this was after Omani.
Yes.
Before they did housing.
If it was about fatigue, they could have taken a break because this is the Greater Accra Regional Minister.
Charlie,
it was for all the issues we have in our capital.
They actually didn't vet her.
They didn't just do this.
They didn't vet her. They just
maybe they just announced her presence.
And then yes,
we are waiting for the vetting.
That's the point.
I pray everyone looking for a job, your next job
interview. Do you understand? You don't get this way you're going for.
I pray your next job interview is this easy. Hey. That's all I can say.
No, the woman was not interviewed.
At all.
She was not interviewed.
She was not vetted.
She was not vetted. They just showcased the woman, and that was it. But I think on this particular issue, Parliament has to take themselves a lot more seriously. There may be considerations that may not be known to us. So we are looking at it from the media point of view. And we think that Ghanaians have been shortchanged. It actually is an insult to Parliament itself, because we are talking about Greater Accra region.
Thank you.
I don't even want to go into the choice of the candidate, because that's the president's decision. No two ways about that. But you see, we remember Oko van der Poel. We remember Nilante van der Poel. We remember some of the Greater Accra guys who, and I'm talking about NDC Greater Accra guys. They bypassed everybody and went to Linda Oklu. Fair enough. Now, let's know what Linda Oklu is made up of,
and what she brings to the table.
And what she brings to the table, and you just clap for her and let her go. Greater Accra, if we don't find a way of doing this vetting, then the president has just secured for himself a big problem for Greater Accra. Because Greater Accra is not an ordinary region. The issue of security in Greater Accra, land issues, chieftaincy issues, sanitation issues, difficult MMDAs to manage, and all the things. Look, I can list the Greater Accra problems.
Even this week, that's what we've been talking about. Refuse, even today, AMA.
Yes. See how the ex-minister, what's called? Mayor. No, the Greater Accra minister.
Titus or Henry?
Henry had to bulldoze his way just to bring the MMDCs to align. Even that, there was no money for that. And somebody who is stepping into these shoes with the beautiful opportunity to tell us what she can do, we as citizens are denied.
Charlie.
And you think it's to benefit somebody? We know that there are people, of course, the regional chairman has been pushing this agenda to get Linda, which is fair. But to stop and influence people from vetting so we know what she can do, and you think you are doing yourself a favor, you've just bought for yourself a huge problem.
Already they said they are fighting this perception that which allegation led them to stop for so long. So you see the parallels. On one point, people are alleging that you are taking money from people and you are not really scrutinizing.
Philip,
now another person comes, you just let them go.
Let's assume without admitting that you have taken money.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't take money and do
such a shoddy job.
So I don't even think that there's money involved.
Yeah.
Because if you took money, you can create questions and give her the answers ahead of time.
Some charade of a song.
Yes.
So I don't even think that's what killed me. I think he means that they are complaining that someone has accused them, where a serious committee won't stand for that. And then
in the same day.
The same day.
So that's the point. On the day that they almost stopped the vetting on the basis of an allegation online. Then in the same day,
you do the
you get an opportunity to vet somebody and you decide that the person should
go. Serious region.
I am with you. I'm only adding that.
Yes, even if
one could have taken money
and still conduct a charade.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But not asking
any question at all.
That is an abuse of power that we can't imagine.
Or a wrongful use of discretion.
Yes.
By the way, they did it for a previous majority that some time back. I think it was Che or somebody, when they are coming to interview leaders. They basically say, well, no question, then let the person go. That's leadership.
That's where they create a basis for that.
That's my point. That they have this.
People don't even know her. That's the truth.
So I'm coming. So they have this convention, which even some have opposed, that even if it's your leadership. So indeed, when it came to Atu Forsen, they said usually they don't vet leadership of parliament if you are the majority leader. But because Atu Forsen was going to the finance ministry, it was vetted for over 4 hours.
Yes.
And we understood that. So to have a nominee who's not part of leadership, who's going to take up a region that has all these problems, and then to basically just ask her to go.
And you had the likes of Mike Gizzo.
So what would this? So he came there to come and
came all the way to just come and help her to greet and go back and
they were excited.
And meet and greet.
The woman was so excited. Someone said,
"No, I think we should. I don't know what. I don't understand the way Parliament works, but if we had a way of
honestly
recalling her to be vetted, we should do it.
They have to reset this.
So this is what could happen if there's. So usually they present their report to the plenary, and then the speaker will open it up for debate. I suspect that the speaker could advise them, because in fact yesterday the speaker said, he read a statement that he has heard reports that the way the public way the committee is doing this work is below par. So he actually read a formal statement cautioning the appointments committee to get its act together. Now I don't know if he'll be minded to specifically say that they should go back and vet Linda Okulu. I don't think it's in his power, because usually what happens is that once they agree, he presents it to the plenary. If they say we like it, we like it. But you're right, the way the Parliament's appointments committee is going is not acquitting itself well, and it's actually losing
credibility
in the eyes of the public. And now to add this allegation of bribery that now they've invited. So by the way, they're not even going to do vetting today.
It's just the allegation.
So today the main thing is to listen, or to call the gentleman who made the allegation and interview him, or basically let him present his case.
Will Parliament give everyone this opportunity? Once they allege something, they will hold them to Parliament.
Well, maybe you should allege and so they will know.
No, stop all that they have to do and focus on the allegations,
well,
they want to clear their perception reputation.
I actually think that this was also needless, because you see, a few years ago when Ayarga and Co made the allegation, what they did was that they formed a committee chaired by Joe Gatti to investigate, and then they went on with the vetting. So I think they are making a mountain out of a molehill, if you ask me, because somebody has written on his Facebook page something. It may be damning and you should investigate it, but I don't think you can put the whole vetting on a hold on the basis of what somebody has said. Because what if after you deal with him today, as you said, tomorrow morning somebody makes another allegation,
and nothing will happen in Parliament? Because every day people are saying something about Parliament.
Another thing is, I don't think nearly everyone had seen it.
I didn't even know about this.
As far as I know, I didn't see anyone report on it. Maybe I'm wrong.
It wasn't that big.
Because according to them, it was in the media. It was this. What I saw was his social media post. I saw some other, and what I saw was political accounts. These accounts that the parties have to use and spread news online, spreading it. Those were the accounts I saw. I didn't see any credible news.
So it wasn't like it was in the mainstream media.
And
even
another thing is, what I even noticed, that the political party accounts, I noticed that they even changed what he said. So even when you hear the MPs talking about it, they've been misinformed.
No, there are actually two things. So there's an original post, and then there's some other thing
exactly
that was posted somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. That
with a different,
and they started talking about is the NDC people take, and that's what was even referenced the most. Because if you remember, at some point, Afenyo Markin said that something that Oliver is an NDC guy, so the NDC people something. So it's like the whole thing just was like you don't even know what is real, what's going on. It was just confused. So I feel like they rather gave it oxygen, because I feel like a lot of people
they're actually raising the stakes on something that may not have had the traction that.
I think that for us, we can't determine the weight of the post. It's not for us here to determine for them how injurious it was to their reputation. I think our difficulty here is why it should upset the running of the vetting.
So much so that none of it will happen today.
You want to investigate so that you set up a vehicle to conduct them. The whole thing about putting the
thing
vetting on hold is where we depart from.
Do you think that people recognize the importance to the public of the vetting? Because we, for example, we dedicated 9:30 in the morning to sometimes 8 p.m. We stop everything to show vetting. We have bills to pay. Are you sure? Of course, they also sit and vet, so you can say, but it looks to me as if sometimes they forget that this is something the public is taking so seriously.
I think so too.
And because for me, most of the work we do on air in terms of ministries and how to interview our guests starts from the vetting, because you want to know the person's mind for the sector. You want to know what the key issues are. You want to know, you want to understand the context the person is coming from. And the Greater Crown is very sad because this region is where we live, and I can say that a lot of the comments that come about regular things, they come around the region. Agbogloshi, refuse in the crime, flooding, the pizzification of Accra.
Look at the onion place at Agbogloshi that Henry Korte helped to clear everywhere. The people are there building now. They are rebuilding the same thing.
So I thought that
and
he
you are
himself would be even
the
interested
person
in knowing
who's supposed to go and sort it out. We want to hear what she has to say, and you prevent the public from hearing what she has to say.
Honestly,
so even the president, His Excellency John Mahama, will not be happy with this conduct because the day the president called her to discuss the possibility of you being the choice for Greater Accra, if she has sat down and not said anything to the president, I don't think the president. So as for us, we don't need to hear. We just want to take it that regional chairman's choice. So let's do. You have people like Tete Chawe there. Tete Chai, who Ablekuma, you know, he's the secretary, right?
Yes.
You have.
Everybody was there. It was a big day. So I actually thought this was going to be a proper, because you know, for my Gizo to leave Dodo and come and sit there.
Charlie, Greater Accra. I'm from Greater Accra.
Are you sure you are not fancy?
I am fancy and gra.
I
am fancy and gra.
So the question they asked, they could have asked you the same question.
Of course, I have the same configuration.
Your mother is also Ga, your father is fancy. So basically you are in between.
Same, yes. But I'm just saying that I have a vested interest in Greater Accra.
The thing paying you.
No, that it's so upsetting. It's
annoying.
That it's time. Look, Bernard, I was there at the Gbogbo's place on Sunday. Go and see what's going on there. And you are telling us that we shouldn't, he shouldn't say, let's protect her so that she doesn't goof. Otherwise, no, this one is the goof. What you have done because now she has to superintend over this Greater Accra with the myriad of problems in Greater Accra. We've just talked about sanitation, security, and other things. We haven't even talked about chieftaincy. Greater Accra, independent states of Greater Accra. You bring somebody you don't want us to hear anything about. She shouldn't respond to anything.
So maybe they are setting up for failure then, because I think the vetting sometimes gets doubters to see that actually this person knows what they are about, or this is why the president put the person there. You know, there are some vettings that can dispel some doubts about people.
Yes.
And I think they miss a big opportunity because you get, for example, Atufosin's vetting. I mean, some people who were not sure, when they finish Atufosin, they say, Charlie, the guy is solid. Because, you know, he doesn't... Atufosin is not looking for media a lot like some people are. So generally, when you invite him, he speaks. So after that 4 hours, 49 minutes of Atufosin, they say, Charlie, no, your guy, Charlie.
Stuff.
Because the economy is complicated. And there are times when he's on his feet as majority leader, he doesn't really pound on the economy like that. So for some people, it was a vetting that did it for them, that the guy can do the work. Okay. So, and I think there are a few ministers like that. When after, and for me, the regional ministers. So, for example, the North Regional Minister, Ali John Adolf. The Northeast Regional Minister and the Upper East. When they finish the verse, I say, no, this guy is like, there's a guy from Upper East.
Yeah, the Upper East.
Oh my God. Donatus Akugri.
Aloski, listen. I'll tell you, there are lots of young NDC people who did not know who Emiliata was.
Are you serious?
Who did not? Oh, Emilia belongs to the
Greek minister.
Fisheries,
yes.
Emilia
belongs to the She's the Cadus.
Look at the way Emilia delivered.
Yeah.
In fact, she overwhelmed.
People are like, wow.
Until now, she's the favorite for a lot of people.
Emilia, she was technically astute. She could engage the people. There were times she could bring humor. Imagine in fact, even non-NDC people were happy with Emilia.
Imagine if somebody on the comment said, we know Emilia, she's good, so let's not vet her. We know what you can do.
That would be a disservice.
You see,
please,
so
Parliament,
the purpose of the vetting,
we know you already thing. The vetting is not for you. It's not for you parliamentarians.
It's for us too.
We know that you can do the work. Who asked you to tell us what you know? You are in Parliament, so you are telling us that you know that you can do the work. So if you know, why even schedule a vetting?
Good point.
And really, it's what you know what we are looking for. It's what the person says that she or he wants to do.
That we will also then rally
and
behind.
We can track. Yes, that's it.
Yeah,
now, as we sit here in the media, the Greater Accra Regional Minister nominate has nothing to offer because she said nothing to us.
Exactly. That's basically what it is.
They should call a revetting
because almost all the, you see, when the regional, let me give an example. The Ashanti regional guy.
Yeah.
So 34-year-old guy, he's been nominated by the president. Ashanti is difficult. Susu, the guy didn't put one foot wrong. The only question he couldn't answer was when Patrick Bama asked him how many paramountcies and divisions there are. Yeah. And he said he didn't know, but I started mentioning, and Patrick said, no, there are 10 divisions and 67 paramountcies. Then he says, you need to know this because on Akwesi Diet Day, you have to know how to go and... But apart from that, every question they asked the guy delivered. And people were like, Charlie, we now understand why the president chose a guy. You get it? So he's 34. You are wondering, can he deal with all these chieftaincy issues? But his wisdom as a young guy, we are all proud. So to go and then pick the capital city,
Greater Accra,
and then say, oh, as for you get it? So it's even creating an impression that they are trying to hide something. Yeah. Do you understand? So it's like they're trying to hide, and which is not good. And then it then also hurts affirmative action because you see, you are trying to bring young people and women into the thing. Yeah. Look, Emilia is a woman. She delivered. Some of the women have delivered. So if you have a woman who's come for the region, you cannot use affirmative action to say, oh, you get it. There's no justification. Yeah. Because, for example, now Mumu, she's an MP. She's not a first-time MP. You interviewed her for over 3 hours. Yeah. She's the Minister for Gender. Friend is saying the Minister for Industry. What's her name?
Trade. That is Ejari.
She had over 1.5 hours of interview. Okay, so all the women have been vetted well. So there's no point to say Linda Okulu shouldn't be vetted.
And just add a small thing. Even if maybe there's an issue that maybe they've not considered or thought of, the vetting might bring it up and bring it to their attention and make them realize that actually this thing is also important. Let me go and think about it. There's a lot of
Awate, the Eastern Regional.
There's a lot of things you can get from vetting.
And plus, people are sending messages to their MPs to bring attention to issues. The nominated
so some of the MPs actually read. They actually read questions from the public. Yeah.
You see, you made a good example with the mentioning of the Upper East,
Ashanti,
and I tell you what, all these regional ministers nominee that we have been nominated foremost by their regional chairman, the regional party chairman.
Okay, it's like the regionals are consulted before they are.
Oh yes, every one of them, the regions are consulted. Mm-hmm. So we can conclude that the persons you hear are the region's choices.
Good.
And normally led by the chairman.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Ashanti region, they took their regional secretary. A lot of the regions.
Is that chairman, vice chair, or secretary?
Eastern region, they took their women's organizer. There's another Bunu or Ahafu, they took their women's organizer. Right. You understand? Right. Greater Accra, Ashimo, Afotiagbo, they brought this
because Greater Accra is the only place they didn't use a party executive. They used an MP from the region.
Right.
And the influence is the two people, the chairman and Afotiagbo, which is it's not the problem. Mm. The problem is that denying us the opportunity to hear what she's really made up of. I can't understand that.
I still think Parliament can, call for reverting.
Maybe they were tired.
When they go to the plenary, they will debate. The chair will present his.
And I'm wondering what people like Chenche will do in this business.
9:14. We'll cross over shortly to effective decisions, but let me do a few things before. We have some comments you've sent in. And then I'll end with what is some people call much ado about nothing, but the what do I even call it? The ooh-ah between MF Hardcastle and Frank Anodon. That's coming up shortly. But Africa's most influential business and political leaders will gather in Accra for the Africa Prosperity Dialogue. It's tomorrow, January 30, until 1st February 2025, on the theme Delivering Africa's Single Market Through Infrastructure, Invest, Connect, Integrate. It's a high-level summit which will bring together heads of state and heads of government and big men. Yes, business leaders and executives, social change makers and policy makers to shape the future of the continent. Now, to register, call 053 60 98 325 or go to protocol@africaprosperity.network. Have you always wanted to study abroad with ease? Then this is your chance to join us at the International Education Fair IEF 25, where aspiring students like you can interact with reps from the world's leading universities. Now you can gain free university application, one-on-one counseling, meet with university reps, and tuition discounts and scholarships. This is at the Accra City Hotel. You can go online to ief.ng to register. IEF, study abroad with ease. Looking for litigation-free land? Contact Royal Kingdom Estate. We specialize in land acquisition, construction, design, property management, and more. With properties in prime areas like Accra and Ebri, with land starting at 90,000 cedis, we offer flexible payment plans, affordable homes ranging from 2-bedroom and premium furnished apartments. You may call 055-755-5909 or 027-277-880 for more information. Royal Kingdom Estate, building communities, nurturing dreams.
Now, after you talk to Royal Kingdom Estate, please find Diamond Cement for all your cement needs. They are 42.5 grade cement, highest quality on the market. Now they have the affordable one too, the 32.5 grade, which means there's a good deal for everyone. That's great value for your pocket. You deserve the very best. Make Diamond Cement your number one. And locate us we are across the country. Our factories are in Aflao, Takrady, and Buepe. Please call 0244 313 368 or 0540 111 978, 0540 111 978 or 0202 021 175. Diamond Cement is still as hard as a diamond.
Okay.
Heritage Caravan 2025. My goodness, it's going to be fun.
It's on.
But it's officially sold out.
Yes.
So if you're late, I'm sorry. But thank you for your patronage if you're on. Now let's get ready for the road trip of a lifetime to discover Ghana from Sunday 2nd March to Sunday 9th March 2025. Pack your bags. Let's set off on this spectacular tour for 8 exciting days through 14 incredible regions of Ghana with the promise of a rich cultural experience, introspective historical visitations, exhilarating field days with nature. This is more than a tour. It's a chance to experience the soul of Ghana, to witness its growth and to create lasting memories. So follow all Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM social media handles for updates with the hashtag Heritage Caravan 2025. Heritage Caravan 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV in partnership with the Ghana Tourism Authority, with support from 97.3 Citi FM, proudly sponsored by the National Lottery Authority, Hollard Insurance, Omni Basic Bank, and Girl PLC. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, the name is Atanga Akamugri Donatus. Oh my God. Charlie, no, the man, Charlie.
No, you love the man.
Do you know sometimes Atanga Akamugri Donatus?
No, he just big. He big too much.
He said he top party executive since 1998.
Yeah.
And then he says in the neck, he's the oldest surviving neck member in terms of years.
Yeah. And he was so articulate.
Oh my God.
So articulate.
Akamugri
But you know,
Atanga Donatus.
truth be told, you get this kind of quality from the northern sector. You get me? And I mean, they don't compromise easily.
Ali Adolf John.
Yes. If he comes down south, they will throw anything there.
No, it's true. I think, and you know, he said something. He said when he meets his MPP people and gives them a lift, he said, "Please join us." They ask him whether he can. So he said, "No, we do things together." He said, "When I see an MPP man working, I give him and say, please join the right party and we move on."
Again, let me quickly say this. You know, the issue is like we are passing a verdict on the conduct of the whole vetting.
Yes.
I think that the vetting has had some very solid moments, some very good moments.
Of course.
And so it's not all doom and gloom like that. You know, names that you mentioned, people have really acquitted themselves.
Charlie, Eric Opoku, they say himself about being. It's Chaso. Sometimes when you ask the guy a question,
and it's actually a product of the same vetting setup. So we are not condemning
the entire
thing. We're only saying that
bring back the woman for vetting.
The patronizing of certain people is not necessary.
It's not good.
And as for this Greater Accra one, we have to. And please help me, you lawyers, if there's a way that we can even appeal to the speaker as media people
to come to
call her back to be
vetting.
vetted.
Yes.
Please, you can even give her the question and answers and come and present the things. No, because
it's not good. It is, and I'll say this to you: if you were driving in Accra last night, listening to the radio, and driving through street light pothole riddled roads, and you hear your regional minister about to be vetted, and then you hear that they ask her to go, you will be very angry.
Greatly.
You see, we are even not likely to get a media interview with her. this might just be the only chance people will really get to hear her.
No, we will find a way to interview her, because you know when we went to do I know her when we went to do the
voter relief,
the donation at.
No, we worked with her.
I want to know the town. They know the town.
Is the child Usudoku?
Yes.
Yeah.
The town. Yes, she was there. We spoke to her. She actually gave a speech at what's the name of the town?
Oh, come.
The place you drove over the water.
Yeah. No. I have dealt with her. I mean, during the time we're calling, texting. You know. And so it's nothing personal.
Yeah.
What we are saying is that we are happy that a woman has been selected. But
Tokpo Bernard.
Yeah.
Tokpo.
Yes.
Tokpo.
But we are dealing with Greater Accra managing or leading the church to manage Greater Accra. And we say that
this is not acceptable.
We have no questions for her.
No,
we can't accept that.
It's not. It can't.
Look, if we don't do the revetting, we'll find a way of every day putting questions, vetting her on radio and on
because
TV.
there's plenty in the comment section right now as we speak, Bernard.
I do not even think the president will be happy with this. I'm telling you.
All right. So, if you're in search of an ideal environment to build a career, Best Education Services invites you to the applications and admissions open day of two of Canada's best universities, Carleton University, located in the capital city, Ottawa, and the University of Guelph. So, is how it's pronounced? Guelph. Is this French? Guelph.
Yeah.
I don't think it's in Ontario, so I doubt it's French.
You know Canada better than I do. Well, so these two universities are having an open day for those who want to go and study there. It's called an application admission day for Carleton and Guelph. Tuesday, 4th February 2025, Accra City Hotel, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, both universities offer merit-based partial scholarships, paid internships, part-time jobs, and research assistantships to help make money while studying. A-level IB diploma holders can receive credit towards their degree at the Guelph and Carleton University. And they are available for admission this September 2025. They have undergrad courses, postgraduate courses like MBA with specialization in business analytics, financial management, data science and strategic management, and Master of Financial and Financial or Master of Finance. What's the meaning of Master of Financial? At Carleton University. Shall I write that in properly? Now you can call 025-262-2333. What's the meaning of that? 025-262-2333. So let me repeat the number. 025 2622 333.
2622 333.
And this event is on the 4th of February at the Accra City Hotel. So yesterday was a day of drama in Parliament. So I guess today we'll just rest. Yeah, because there's no vetting. We just cover the hearing of.
It means school madam will come or the vetting will start early.
Would they televise Oliver's whatever?
It's the same committee, so I guess they should.
But the one thing I'll say about the universities mentioned, if you go to Carleton, you don't have to work outside in the winter. They have a nice tunnel system, so you don't have to be working.
During winter.
Yeah, so you don't have to be working above ground.
But where did you stay?
I was in it was called Mount Allison University.
In Nova Scotia?
No, it's in New Brunswick.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, so that's Eastern Canada. So
New Brunswick.
Yeah, it was like a village, so it was very.
You were in a village school in a white man's country. Somebody, is it better to be in a village school in a white man's country than in a city in a black man's country?
We're in Greater Accra.
Discuss.
Oh my God.
No, well, I think his village, the context of village is not the village.
Wait, what's the state closest to that one? Which is the neighboring states, New Brunswick?
It's next. Our school was on like the Nova Scotia border.
Oh Lord,
so
this
it was
is
very
northeast.
No, it's not. I wouldn't say it's northeast. It's east.
So
it's
which other? What state is next to you?
And then northern New Brunswick is next to Quebec.
Where they speak French?
Yes, so the northern part of New Brunswick they speak French, and the southern part of New Brunswick they speak English.
And who's the southern border of?
So that's Nova Scotia. So I was in the southern part of. So even we're 10 minutes from the Nova Scotia border. So sometimes you even go to Nova Scotia to shop.
Did you ever see the sun?
Oh yeah.
How many months of sunshine do you have?
Well, you see, the issue is more so the snow. The snow starts in late October, early November.
And ends when?
The latest is ended was May.
Jesus Christ. October, November, December, January, February, March,
April, when it snows, it doesn't like stay on the ground. It's like when it rains.
Snowflakes.
It's not too bad.
Actually, October over Christmas. Okay. So like as we are sitting here January now, how would the place be?
Oh, like minus 25.
Hey! So like inside my deep freezer. So what were you wearing?
Fahrenheit.
No.
Celsius.
Yeah.
Minus 25 Celsius.
I cannot.
How are you dressing?
Oh, so you wear like the way I'm dressed right now. I would have had some like thermal thing under.
Thermal.
Then when you're leaving the house, you wear your sweater. Then you wear your winter coat.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And what kind of food will you eat?
Oh, I mean, when I was on campus, they fed us. So that one. But then when I was off campus, I'll just go out. I'll buy some rice. I'll get some shit. I'll make some chicken.
No. But these two universities are not there, Carleton and
so they are in Ontario. So they are closer. So Carleton's in Ottawa,
which is the capital.
Yes, and Guelph is like 1 hour outside Toronto.
So that's cool.
Yeah, it's not a bad place. And Guelph is a decent sized town, so it's much bigger than where I went to school. So one of my friends actually, he's from Guelph himself. So
Charlie be big man.
But University of Guelph has a long history with the University of Ghana.
Yes, a lot of our professors did
biology,
their PhDs there. A lot of our professors did their PhDs at Guelph. Charlie, you're a big man.
They are nice places too. I would say they are nice places too.
Let me stay in my Accra like that. Why? 25 day how? What are we doing effective living series today?
Bernard, we are talking to Dr. Ayiku today. Andrews Ayiku is my guest. I actually sat with him. We talked about resetting your business processes and systems for optimal performance. So how to reset business processes and systems for optimal performance. Dr. Andrews Ayiku, he's a lecturer at UPSA and a business coach. He'll be taking us through what we need to do to optimize our business processes and systems.
We'll be right back with that. Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Are you looking for an institution of higher learning to unlock your potentials? Look no further than Valley View University, Ghana's premier chartered private university. Valley View University offers undergraduate and postgraduate degree programs in the following areas: business administration, education, computer science, agriculture science, agribusiness, information technology, nursing, midwifery and mental health, and development studies. Join a community that shapes character and provides excellent education. Apply now by visiting www.admissions.vvu.edu.gh for an enriching educational experience. For enquiries, kindly call 050-970-3052 or 030-7011-846. Valley View University, excellence, integrity, and service.
First impressions matter. Make yours unforgettable with the irresistible scent of Princess Body Mist and Roll-On. Designed for every lady who wants to leave a lasting impression wherever she goes. And for our gentlemen, there is Style Up Perfume and Roll-On. Elevate your presence with a confident, masculine fragrance that keeps you dry and fresh all day. Because your fragrance should speak before you do, use Princess Body Mist and Roll-On and Style Up Perfume and Roll-On. Your daily essentials for smelling good from dawn till dusk. Princess and Style Up. Smell good and feel great together. The GC brand. It's all about you. This advert is FDA approved.
This new year, let your journey be worry-free. Renew or buy a brand new motor insurance policy with Provident Insurance from January to March 2025 and enjoy exciting rewards such as fuel coupons and exclusive Provident souvenirs. Need assistance? Chat with Obaya, our friendly WhatsApp assistant on 024-242-6396. She will sort you out, babia, anywhere, anytime, or visit any of our branches, agents, or brokers today. Provident Insurance, your reliable partner for 43 years, keeping you covered every mile of the way. Don't miss out on this special offer. Terms and conditions apply. With Provident, man, you're covered.
Provident, man, you're covered.
Education is the most powerful weapon to change the world. At Heritage Christian University, you're assured of quality education. We offer programs like Bachelor of Business Administration, Community Development and Theology, Theology and Ministry, Psychology, Nursing, Information Technology, Information Security, and Business Information Technology. Professional programs like ICA, CIMG, CIHRM, ABE. We also offer short courses on media and IT. What makes Heritage stand out is our experienced and scholar practitioner faculty
quality entrepreneurial training with financial support, ultra-modern facilities, and hostels. Qualifications for entry is WASI or SSC or GBCE, HND or Diploma Top-Up. Mature 25 years and above. Heritage is located at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium. Contact us on 054-777-7731 or 020-229-8399 or www.hcuc.edu.gh. Heritage Christian University, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
Hi, Aku. I just got the estimate for the home repairs. It's more than we expected. I'm really stressed about where to find the money.
Why worry, Musa? You are a salaried worker. Haven't you heard about the GCB personal loan promo? They can give you up to 700,000 Ghana cedis in less than 24 hours at a significantly reduced interest rate and fees.
Really? This sounds exciting, but is it easy to apply?
Super easy. Skip the stress. Get the cash with the GCB personal loan promo with a 1-month repayment holiday. Just visit a GCB bank branch near you or call 0302-634-922. Toll free 0800-422-422. No hassle, no stress.
Wow, I just got a notification. The loan is already in my account. That was fast.
Skip the stress and get the cash you need with GCB personal loan. Visit a branch near you today. Terms and conditions apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It's a very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody getting on. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrady, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
Hey Accra, are you dreaming of studying abroad? It's time to make that dream a reality and take the first step. This February, REF 2025 is coming to Accra. This is your opportunity to meet and connect with representatives from top international universities in the UK, USA, Canada, and other countries. Get expert advice on university applications, scholarships, visa policies, and all you need to study abroad with ease. Date, February 1st, 2025. Venue, Accra City Hotel. Time, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Register now at www.ief.ng to secure a spot.
Ghana Post, the most affordable delivery option for food and merchandise from Ghana to everywhere in the world. Connect with us today and see for yourself. Ghana Post, smart, secure deliveries.
Coming package, in less than 5 days, Ghana Post, they make life they be. Ghana Post will deliver to you wherever you are in the world.
Central University, Ghana's premier private university, invites applications for admissions for the 2024-2025 academic year. Apply now to enjoy our flexible payment terms. We also have exclusive discounts for all alumni, ICGC members, ICGC pastors, and their children. Call us on 0307-020-540 or visit www.central.edu.gh for further details. Central University, raising transformational leaders through faith, integrity, and excellence.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Hello and welcome to Effective Living series on 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 Television. My name is Caleb Kuda. Today, my guest is a lecturer at the University of Professional Studies, Accra, and a business coach. What are we talking about? We are looking at how to reset business processes and systems for optimal performance. Because a wise person once said that a bad system will beat a good person every time. So Dr. Andrew Ayiku, who is our guest, will take us through a 10-minute presentation on why it's important to reset our business processes and systems. Thereafter, we'll have a tete-a-tete to go through the details one step at a time. Effective Living Series is brought to you by Hallmark Cafe. Hallmark Cafe, delight in every sip and bite. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Dr. Andrew Ayiku.
Hi. Quite interesting how we need to take care of ourselves. You look at yourself as an individual. You have systems and processes that you go through. You have to eat well. You have to take care of yourself. But how do you reset your business? How do you reset the current business processes that you have? Systems. Because you want to achieve something. Your business runs on systems. And we can talk about some of the systems, which includes operational systems, customer management, your financials. You are using softwares to work, to grow your business. When was the last time you did a diagnostic of your business? Listen, you don't have a choice. Where we are heading towards rapid change, market changes. If you are not adaptable, how will you be able to sell? Enhance operational efficiency. And so let me ask you this morning. Do you know your cost drivers? What drive cost in your life? What is driving cost in your business? Which one can you minimize? Your workflow. Operational costs. You are running a pharmacy. When the customer enters, how do you take them through the steps? So you need to reset your business. Reset your mind. Key indicators why you are referring to you, the entrepreneur, the business owner, the startup. You are thinking about starting a business or you're already running a business. You need a reset. Why? Are you having decline in revenue, your profitability, increase in operational inefficiencies? Do you have standard operation procedures for your business? Let's take it slowly. You are running a business. You are not able to satisfy your customers. This one is not juju. It's you. Check the processes you use to serve them. Check how you get customers. Check how you keep them. And check how you grow them. This is not rocket science. It's you. No matter what you are doing today, no matter what you are doing this year, how do you align your marketing strategy to the market demands? Remember, you are selling to a customer who has a pain. The customer is not just interested in your solution. So think about it when you want to reset. This tells you that today, reset. Your customers are not buying. Reset. When they come there, your customer switching cost is so high. You need to research. Reset the business that you are doing. If you want to reset, please, there are processes that you have to go through. You need to map out your existing workflow. What is the existing workflow? What is your go-to-market strategy? Maybe I'm speaking big English. How do you go to the market? How do you sell? How do you get the customer to pay for the products and services that you are selling? It's a process. If the current process is delaying and the customer is switching, you need to check that. What about the bottlenecks? What about the ineffectiveness of your staff? How are they able to perform? How are you able to check their progress? So at the end of the month, how will you know whether your staff is working or not? They are achieving their goals. Which targets have you set for yourself this year? If in January, which is ending, and you have not set any target, how will you be able to grow? But for me, let me tell you something. You need to reset the business. You need to reset your processes. In resetting, let's go through this process. 1, evaluate existing processes, your existing advert, your existing go-to-market strategy, your existing finances, your existing spending plan. You need to check it. Secondly, set clear goals. People run businesses. I help business coaches say, when people come, ask them, what do you want to do by December? It will come. What will come? Nothing will come. Unless you set clearer goals, short-term goals. What do you want to do? And engage stakeholders. You have a partner, engage them. Your staff, engage them. Have productive meetings and design new systems. This is how I sell. Customers are not buying. Why don't you look for new ways? Haven't you noticed? Now, people are selling on Sundays. One of my clients in the yogurt production tells you that people buy a lot after church. They have extended their sales time. They close at 9, they close at 10. Listen, you need to serve the customer because the customer is changing. Even you are changing. So don't you think your business needs a reset? Resetting your business means there should be change in your thinking, change in the mindset of the business that you are running. You need to have a clear purpose. What do you want to do? Who do you want to sell to? How do you want to sell to the person? How are you going to make it difficult for the person to switch and go to another customer? Resetting. Focus on priority areas. You meet a lot of business people, they want to do everything. No. Put in your marketing efforts where you are able to break even and where you are able to make money. And then you need to align with stakeholders. Ghanaian businessman, listen, you are not running alone. You are running in an ecosystem and there are people involved. Don't think you can sell alone. You need them to be able to sell. What about technology? I'm sure you are scared. It's expensive. There are a lot of stuff online that you can use that will help your organization to grow. For instance, you are doing Facebook adverts. You are doing Instagram adverts. How do you check? Who is checking? Who is responding? Who is touching? Who is following you? You need to check all this. And this is how there are systems that helps you. How many working clients have you got this January? Have you done any follow-up? Have you taken their telephone numbers? When was the last time you did a follow-up on a client who stop buying from you? You are fighting them because they stop buying from you. No, be very focused. Use technology to get through to your customers. Efficiency. If you want to reset, think about efficiency, the workflow. Set operating procedures. Set appraisals. Know how to monitor progresses. Know how to check what customers are buying. What are your customers saying? Check the workflow. Do you delay them when they want to buy anything from you? Please. This Kokoti, I'm running the business, I set up the business, we should stop. You are running with a team. I'm referring to you, whether you have 2 staff, whether you have 3 staff, have meetings with them. Listen to them. You are not in the shop. They are the people interacting with the customers. And when they are telling you to change something, you don't want to change. Then you are not ready for reset. Change your mind. You are working with them. Train your staff. You, the boss, you are the only person going for training. Why? You cannot reset when you have the mind and you are home. You need to check with your staff. Manage your costs. This year, please, I beg you, manage your costs. Have a spending plan. Know what drives your costs. Is it fuel? Is it salaries? Is it machinery? Is it what? You are always doing repairs and you are not resetting to check. Why am I spending so much money on repairs? Why am I spending so much money on transportation? If you're able to reset and track the success, you understand that one, regularly you need to review the progress that you are making. And you have to stay agile. You need to be adaptable. You need to be very flexible if you are resetting. And this year, make it a point to reset because time, new products and services are on the market. If you are not able to adapt to the customer's changes, how will you be able to sell? And I need you to think about the resetting in relation to aligning your products and services to your customer's needs, not your solution. Think about the customer's need. Think about the customer experience. How do they experience you online? How do they experience you when they meet you? How do they experience you when they speak to you on phone? How do they experience you when you send an email? Think about the kind of emails you are sending. And stop this kind regards. And I hope you don't hope anything. Please, there should be action points when you are sending emails. There should be action points when you are sending a WhatsApp because that is what drives the customers to your business that you are doing. Please, this resetting that I'm talking about, the moment you start, people will fight you back. Because people are comfortable with the status quo. I need you to think about it. Address the resistance. The moment you start, you yourself, the moment you change your lifestyle and start eating well, you realize that your body will be responding in a different way. The same applies to your business. So anticipate the potential challenges when you want to change the time they come to work, the workflow, the reporting, the emails and everything. Think about it. I want you to reset yourself today. Reset your business idea by conducting an audit of your business. Within the next 30 days, let's start. Write it down, do a diagnostics. Every aspect of your business. What can I do? What can I change? What new thing can I bring? Secondly, the processes have to be optimized. Which processes? Is it the onboarding? Is it the acquiring customers? Is it the machinery? What at all do you need to change the processes? Please, we need to commit to tracking our progress. I'm interested in the little progress that you have to make. This year, make that little progress. Think about it. And finally, if you need support, look for support. If you need somebody to guide you, look for the person. If you need a mentor, if you need a business school, but you can't do it alone. A lot of these successful businesses we talk about, they have mentors, they have coaches they speak to every now and then to help them reposition their business, reset their mind, and grow their business as they want. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Dr. Andrew Ayuku taking us through a crash course, the lecturer that he is, taking us through a crash course in business processes and systems, how to reset that in order to optimize our performance for this year. Doc, thank you for that powerful flight. Now we are on board and want to take things a step at a time. So this year we want to optimize our performance, and you're saying that we need to reset our business processes and systems. Here's how I want us to break it down. For me as an SME, or me as an MSME, or me, the one who has just been appointed by the new government to a state agency. I've not heard your name in the new appointments though. Where are you going?
I'm here.
Okay. It's good we're here together. Exactly. So let's take all that you have said and apply it to MSMEs, SMEs, MSMEs, and then state agencies for all leaders. I like the point you made about the training. People say you should repeat that part because people, they are just traveling and doing their training alone. They leave the rest of the people down there. But we'll get to that later. But business systems, first of all, what is that? Business processes and systems.
So as I said, when you are, as a human being, your body is made up of systems.
Okay.
So we try as much as possible to take care of ourselves, to dress well, our visual appearance. Everything is fine. But we forget that the business that we are running needs to go through the same process.
Okay.
So you run a business, you have HR, you have your staff, you have finance, you have technology, you have everything. How are you taking care of those systems?
Okay.
So you are into yogurt production. Greek yogurt. Everybody's trying to eat well, Greek yogurt. So last year, maybe sold 500,000 buckets, 100,000 buckets. This year, look at yourself. What other toppings will customers need for the yogurt that I'm selling?
Okay.
What else do they need? And remember, when they need something, it needs to be healthy. Is it chia seeds? Is it granola? So the example I'm giving is one of my students' example. So then she sat down and then reflected on what happens. When people come, they ask for stuff. Do you have this? Do you have that? So during the process of resetting, you think through it. You evaluate your current market.
Okay.
Who am I selling to? Another guy sells shoes. What kind of shoes do you sell? The people say, oh, I like suede shoes. I like half shoes. This is not your solution. It is the customer's pain.
Okay.
So you need to look at how many did I sell last year? Who did I sell to? Maybe the target market may have changed.
So profile your customers.
Profile your customers. Check what are their new needs. What will be their future needs. Then Caleb gets the opportunity to be a minister or to head a governmental organization.
Amen.
You need, amen. You need to evaluate the current status before you start. Okay. Where are we? What have we been doing over the years? You can't reset when you don't understand where you are coming from. Right. That's why normally businesses do diagnostics. Okay. So when I sit with you, I ask you, how much did you sell? What happened to the business? Then people will complain, oh, it's difficult to get customers. But my other competitor is selling. It's not juju.
Okay.
Why is other competitor selling? But they'll be able to reset. They know how to onboard customers. Okay. They know how to acquire customers. Yes. For instance, if a customer tells you that, I can't pay, give me payment terms. You need to be very innovative. I mean, no, cash and carry. Then go. So by resetting, you identify certain key pain points, which will help you to redesign the formula that you are using.
Okay. So we basically have to evaluate, profile, re-look at our goals in the past year, look at what we achieved, what the bottlenecks were, and how we can take those away so that we can enhance our customer delivery services.
You
So
pass
we
my
keep
business strategy class.
Oh, man.
You pass my
Thank you.
business strategy class.
It's your school fees that I have to look at. Then I'll come and talk to you.
Exactly.
Now, you talked about designing new systems.
Exactly.
Okay, so now we have reflected. We've looked at our main challenges. And we want to design new systems.
Sure.
So there are two things here I see from your presentation. Change resistance and then the implementation of the new design.
Exactly.
What should we look at in designing a new system? And then thereafter, if we are going to implement it, how should we approach that?
So in designing new system, we use what we call the business model canvas and the design thinking. These are templates that helps you to look at the existing business and redesign a new business where you take into consideration flexibility, adaptability of the clients you want to sell to. They are changing. Their tastes, their preferences, how they look, what they want, how they want this is changing. So you need to look at the business model canvas helps you to be able to redesign the current business that you are running. Okay. So when you redesign, then the design thinking will help you to think about innovation. So how do I sell this in a different way to the same customer? How do I get Caleb to buy more? So this shirt is very nice.
Thank you.
I need to look at the shirt. What else? What new design? Should I put something here? Should I put jeans? What should I do? You need to redesign because Caleb wants more from you.
That's true.
So after redesigning, then you need to reposition. But one of my students who is into fashion try to change the model. Then staff said, no, we are used to doing this. Then she called, what should I do? I said, you need to prep them up. You need to sit down with them. They need to understand. Listen, you can't reset if your current staff don't buy into that idea. This is how I want to do it. This is what the customers are saying.
So there's a trend. The demand is there, but the people you work with are not seeing what you're seeing. So you have a responsibility to get them to see what you're seeing so they can put in the work.
Exactly. So when you go for a training, you alone go for the training, and they say new things and you're excited. When you come, how would they know? How would they understand? So go with them. They listen. They understand exactly the new models that have been being thought. So when you go back and you are demonstrating how you want things to be, they will understand.
So are there practical ways we can manage the new change? And in designing the new system, Doc mentioned some words: business model canvas, design thinking. Do you have to go to business school to know all these things? How can you implement these things? And after this break, I'll try to attempt to get some answers from Dr. Andrew Aiko. This is Effective Living Series. My name is Caleb Kudesh. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Is your chance to be served by a robot at Accra's premier destination for fine dining, Hallmark Cafe, located in Jowolu, just after the Allied filling station. It's the perfect spot for delectable pastries, desserts, hot and cold beverages, as well as a variety of continental and local dishes to satisfy your cravings. Enjoy convenient staff lunch services, expert kitchen management, and outdoor event hosting. Here, simply press a button and your waitress will be at your table in no time. Visit Hallmark Cafe today and experience the future of fine dining. Call us now at 053-73-44095 to make your reservation. Hallmark Cafe. Delight in every sip and...
Welcome from that break. This is Effective Living Series on Channel 1 Television. I am Caleb Kuda. We are hanging out with Dr. Andrew Aiko. He is he's a lecturer at the University of Professional Studies, Accra, and then a business coach. UG people, stop confusing me. Doc, so we're talking about business processes and systems, optimizing and all of that. You've talked about business model canvas. You've talked about design thinking. Please, what are these?
So these are documents, these are templates that all the big organizations that we talk about from Amazon, all the big ones, they use. And even a lot of businesses are using it.
Right.
At the University of Professional Studies, where I'm the coordinator for an MBA program in entrepreneurship and innovation, that is what we use.
Okay.
I organize a lot of free sessions, so you can follow me. I organize a lot of free sessions to take you through. It's nothing difficult.
Right.
When you go online, there are different ways you can do a diagnostic of your business using the business model canvas.
Okay.
The design thinking helps you to think about new approach to solving questions, new approach to solving customers' issues.
Right.
So these are templates. If you are interested, you can get in touch with Caleb. I'm available.
Myself, I am interested.
We can organize a session. Very practical. I'll give you a lot of examples, and that's what I'm doing. So, you are selling to a client. I want to give an example. So there's this student who owns a restaurant, a very big restaurant. He said customers are not coming there to eat.
Yeah.
So we went through the design thinking. What else do they want? You realize that one of the things about design thinking is to customer feedback. They realized that the customers wanted the food in containers, and they want certain dishes, certain snails, certain things they can't get on their own. They wanted to come and pick the bucket. One bucket, stew, wache, all the 250. Is it not a new way of selling?
Right.
Now she works from home.
Right.
What I'm trying to say is that you don't need to open a new branch. The same branch, you can serve more customers.
Or do deliveries.
Exactly. And sell more to them. So how do I sell more to Caleb who buys from me? So ask yourself, who is your customer? You have a customer you are selling to, but that customer has a friend. Why are you not able to sell to that friend?
So I give you an example.
Tell me.
You talked about how people don't even know whether their customers have stopped coming to them.
Exactly.
So I spoke to Joe Jackson this year, and he says, look, we need to cut down our costs.
Yeah.
So, he says, if you are taking your things to the laundry, start washing them. So I've started washing them. Recently, my laundry guys called to say, Charlie, we see you keep. I say, I'm cutting costs. But he also is following up because his revenue is probably going down.
Exactly. So he needs to think about but what do you think the laundry guy can do to let you still bring your stuff?
Okay.
By giving you a discount, by checking the number, by giving you a loyalty card.
Right.
Exactly. I have a student who is also operating a laundry around Medina.
Right.
He said, the customers are not. I said, tell them something new.
Yeah.
So for him, he will pick the thing from your house and he will deliver. But you pay the same amount. But you are paying it somewhere you don't even know.
He's pushed the hidden charges.
Exactly.
But he's giving you good, making you feel good about it.
And because of that feeling, one of his clients at one of the banks, all the guys in his office are now calling, come and pick up.
Right.
He said, Andrews, they are paying.
Right.
Let the customer pay. The customer will pay.
Right.
But find an innovative way to satisfy them. When the customer is satisfied, they will pay.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I get you.
Exactly. So that's the value. When you give customers value, they pay.
I want us to focus quickly in a concluding line. I really am thinking about those who are going to run agencies now, state. And you see, that place is easier said than done.
Exactly.
We can say it very simply,
Sure.
but I'm sure in implementing them, the stakeholders, some of them, a lot of interest and all. So how do you get people along to implement the kind of vision you see when they have done things in one way for so long a time?
You have been appointed. You are so excited. Yes. One, when you go, you are going to meet a team.
Yeah.
The team is there. The team is used to. I used to work with the Ministry of Finance, so I understand how the system works in the public sector.
Right.
Please, I will advise you. Yes, you have your mindset. If they don't buy into the idea, they will sack you. When you go sit and plan with them, they will tell you what is possible.
Right.
In the private sector, when you email, send it quickly. In the public sector, it doesn't work that way. You can't give anybody any. I remember I was told there's a memo, there's an English, there's a way they write things.
Yeah.
It's not the way we do things out there. So when you go sit with them,
Right.
understand them, the change starts with them. And please, they will resist. So don't have them when I start to run it. I listen to some of our ministers, so I'll start the ground running. Be careful. The people you are going to meet over there, they are holding the ground.
They said they will privatize ECG, but the people say they will allow. But
exactly.
our time is up.
So just make sure that you engage them.
Right.
Have an engagement plan. Let them understand your vision and their plan. And they'll be able to grow with you.
Dr. Andrews Aiku, thank you so much for taking us through business processes and systems, how we can reset them. I hope this has been useful to you. I found it very eye-opening. Thank you for listening and watching Effective Living Series. My name is Caleb Kuda. Was brought to you by Hallmark Cafe. Delight in every sip and bite. Thank you.
Everywhere I go, everywhere that I've been, the only
Nice one there. Top of the hour already. But if you're not getting good insights from your data for decision making, join the data analytics revolution and empower your team to work smart. Save time, deliver insights from data using the world's most powerful business tools. Phoenix Skills Hub offers hands-on practical training to corporates and individuals in data analytics with Excel and Power BI, leveraging AI tools to help you improve productivity at the office. Register now via phoenixskillshub.com. Call 0244-782-356. Visit www.phoenixskillshub.com to sign up for our corporate and individual training sessions. Phoenix Skills Hub, learn, connect, and grow. As top of the hour, someone who obviously lives in the Greater Accra region is here with the news. I don't know if you have water flowing through your taps, eh? Your streets are lit. There's no potholes, so there's no question for you.
Really?
There's no question for you.
I mean, it wasn't fair. They should have vetted her.
So you should come back.
It wasn't right. She has to come back. She has to come back and answer questions. We need to know what she's capable of doing.
In the news.
Coming up.